Now I'm on the right track. And it's like that, I could bring it right back. No, you can spike that, but it ain't wise to be short on my style. Bitch, I just keep going up, I don't stop. Yeah, it was cool way before when the cold was still forming. Now you can be sure that it's not. I'm just performing a job. When I was born in the trap, they think I'm forming a time. This is me like the for 4 in a row when they pouring the shots. Now look who calling them, now look who pushing the pie. Now my 1040 be more than a salary. I'm burning calories, I'm charging batteries. I'm in reality, this shit ain't challenging, it's routine. Fuckers you mean, they throw it all on the bezel. They always talking about levels, speak of the devil. Say what you want, picture me taking the front. Look up how imagination can run. I ain't gon' say nothing once. Spent 800 days in the cut. Oh God, I've been closer. Oh God, am I focused? Oh no, y'all been not closer. Oh, for what? There must be a reason. What's the achievement? Kindly remind me, wasn't you sleeping? 800 days in the cut.
800 days in the cut. Dog, I would not lie, it's peroxide how I stay in the cut. I wish I was making this up. I thank God for waking me up. My lady stare at me, she grateful and happy. I ask her what's up, she say, are you amazing or what? Come on, you making me blush.
I've been real low-key, try and hit it like a low-key. All my brothers gods, low-key, hard, quote me, yup. Tongue on fire like Pentecost, spitting these lines like dental floss, running online like tennis courts.
I serve the only God, he is holy. You could read the vibes, karaoke. Remember, I was down, I was lowly. Turned myself around, hokey pokey. They watching very closely, very nosy. Trying to spot a man, word to Toby. Swear they all got cheese, swear they all got bread.
Baloney, hoagie. You weak in the middle, that's Wednesday. Me in the middle, that's rib cage. Link with a nigga, no mixtape. Lot of 16s, that's 10th grade. Display is a display, I'm a sensei. Got a ring to it like Engage. My boy doing life for a mistake. Brought him to the yard, no milkshake. God made the world in 6 days. I made your girl go insane.
Eggs gon' rip flames, circ gon' drip, babe. Cannon gon' give praise. 800 days in the cut.
Oh God, I've been closer. Oh God, am I focused? Oh no, y'all been not toasted. Oh, for what? There must be a reason. What's the achievement? Kindly remind me, wasn't you sleeping? 800 days in the cut.
Digging up trenches, working up sweats, gravity burning deep down. Don't let up early, don't build it up sturdy. Way by the J blood, I keep singing this, and I'm going for the kill, build, head on tilt, Bourbon in the black like you rat on kill. Chill, cause I'm trying to put the bread on stilts, and that shorty neck act like a sled on hills. I've been straight on, lit on, licks I don't sit on. Give me the brick, I got hits you can get on. Cut cash running the ball with no jersey, Coco, no Hershey. Fuck you gon' learn me. No, I don't need a bankroll. I don't need to get liquor, dance, chase at the hole. Baby, I'ma smoke cheap, till I like preachers. And we just say like Jesus, put the whole team on my back like bleachers. Y'all know the bleachers. Digging up trenches, working up sweats, gravity burning deep down. Don't let up
said I love you too, that was a typo. I walk a mile in my shoes on a tightrope. That'll be a rocky road, another milestone. And I ain't got no idols. I'm in this for survival, I did it like revival. Took the knife out my back on a fork road. I come through in the crunch like a torso. I got a wardrobe full of sport coats. I'ma need my credit like a course load. And I'm born by the river like I'm Sam Cooke. Got a lot of gems in my jam book. Can it be the handbook? Cut class running the ball with no jersey. Ball before 30. Dog, you gon' learn today. Digging up trench. Working up shreds. Barely burning deep down. Don't let up early. Don't build it up sturdy. Way back J Blood. I keep singing this song.
What's up, everybody? Circa here. Another live Q&A day. I'm super excited for it. So today I'm going to be doing a little deving. First, I'm going to start off with clearing out questions in the group. So we're going to answer tons of indie questions, but I'm also going to do some deving. I was going to do this every day this week, but I noticed looking back last week that it significantly actually slowed down, like how quickly I was able to dev. So I feel like doing it every day would just be a major hamper to my productivity. And so I'm just going to do it kind of once or twice a week, but it's going to be all day. So plenty more opportunities than ever before to get your questions answered. So we're going to start off, doing some answering of questions in the group, because it's been a little while since I actually culled the group for questions. So we're going to clear through all of them. So anyone who is waiting on an answer in the group, you get it today. So let me just grab our linky winkies here. Grab our little linky winkies. You know what sucks is I actually can't, besides like royalty-free music, I really can't risk playing like some of my favorite music on here because we just get copyright struck every time. I even thought I found some songs that I could just play. No dice, dude. No dice. Not allowed to play any songs. So let me keep that off the table. All right, cool. So we've got this. This is this and this. Let me see if my hotkeys work. No, not working. What did I just do? Oh, I tried to open DaVinci Resolve. Very cool stuff. All right, let's take it off studio mode. And then what are our hotkeys again? We had, what are our hotkeys, dude? Windows number 4. Okay. Windows number 4. That opens DaVinci Resolve. Why would that open DaVinci Resolve, though? Is this not the Windows key? Let's check out our keyboard settings real quick. What's our Windows key, dude? Okay, layer 1. That is El GUI. Yeah, I think we have Windows, dude. We should have Windows. What am I missing here? Oh, maybe if let's do hold down tab for no, that would suck. No, I have a Windows key. So let's just say, yeah. All right, let's try this. Bam? Does that work? It keeps opening DaVinci Resolve though. That really bothers me, dude. Why does this open stuff, dude? I'm also a Premiere Pro boy. What's up, TJ, dude, I forgot it again. Is it Copel or Copley or Copley? But what's up, Tej? Good to see you. I will answer your question first. Since you got in here so early, bright and shiny in the morning, I'm going to answer your question first. Let me just figure out why this is doing this. And let's figure out a better key map than Windows 4. What do we have available to us? We have, well, let's just do, I want to be able to do it with one hand. Long O. Copley. Copley? Yeah, it's Copley, right? What up? Teach! All right. What if we hold shift? Hold shift. And, no, because that's also my Wes term key maps. Hold shift and tab. Shift and tab. Let's do shift and tab. Maybe that'll work. Let me just start Wes term so I can. Shift tab. Does this do anything? No. Okay. Cool. I like it. I like shift tab. We're gonna set our key maps to shift tab, dude. File. Settings. Copul. Oh, copul. Yeah. That's what I thought it was. My intuition was correct. For once. All right. So let's do shift tab. Okay. When I hold tab, it tabs all the way down. Yeah, that's not ideal. Maybe we'll hold down the letter key first. So we'll do all right, shift D tab. No, it doesn't allow us to do that. This is terrible, dude. What happened to our key maps we once treasured? Shit, dude. Shittles. Maybe we'll do. I don't want to use control though. Control Windows dude. The Windows key is not an option right now. We can't use the Windows key. Shittles, dude. What do we want to do then? Maybe we'll do Alt Shift. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Alt Shift S. Cool. That's camera full. And then we'll go to tall screen. Will be Alt Shift D. Alt Shift D's nuts. But that doesn't work, dude. Oh, we got to apply it. Alt Shift D. Yeah, it's not working. It's not working, chat. Chat? What's up, everybody's hip hop? I will get to your question in just a moment. Give me 1 second. Alt Shift 6. Okay. Let's apply that. We'll say, okay, let's go to here and we'll do the. Oh, what's up, dude? We got our key maps, dude. Cool. All right, let's do a little changeroo. Oh, what the heck? Cool. All right. So let's answer some questions. So Tej says, yo, I am throwing a show and want to use CRM to do form sign up RSVP that I will remind them and make a merch offer a little bit before show and follow up after. Rex for pulling that off. Yeah, so you're going to go to, let me pull up the CRM real quick so I can show you exactly what you're going to do. Okay? Short of like actually doing the whole thing, I'll show you where you're going to go. All right, cool. Pulling up the CRM. Let's go to some kid punk account. GHL, do you know if GHL order form will integrate the new PayPal checkout? I will get to your question in just a second, Danny. We got 2 questions before you, and then we're getting to your question. Dude, Tech Fitfo is my whole life. And I like Fitfo better than Fitfon. There was a former team member who made it Fitfon. I like Fitfo. Fitfo sounds better. But we can't change it now. It's Fitfon now. Because it's figure it the fuck outedness. Outedness is one word, right? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. All right, cool. So yeah, we've got our dashboard. Let's go here. And so, Tej, you want to do CRM form to sign up RSVP. So you're just going to create a sign up / RSVP form. Okay. Throwing a show, want to use CRM to do form. Are you charging for this show or it's a free show? Please let me know that, and I'll move on to another question until I get that answer. Everybody's Hip Hop says, good morning. What is your current recommendation for a tech stack if my goal is an album launch and selling albums online? So Everybody's Hip Hop, you're going to get a little bit of a loaded answer here because I'm biased, right? But let's do our little Alt-Shift bang. so you're gonna get a little bit of a biased answer. With IndiePro Annual, so we offer our IndiePro membership. It comes with all of our trainings, all of our workshops, these Q&As on a more frequent basis, live attendance of workshops, our deals suite, our discount suite, and all of our resources. So pretty stacked membership, along with entry to our private Facebook group. And so that membership, if you get it at an annual level, you get a free tech stack. So high level comes free. Go High Level is like a white label CRM that a lot of companies will buy and then say they built it. And we just say, we didn't build it. This is high level. We build on top of it. So we build integrations on top of it. And we built a number of integrations on top of it, including our deeper links page, which let me show. We'll just do an Alt-Shift bang. That was wrong. Alt-Shift bang. Alt-Shift bang. Okay. I just turned on dark mode somehow, which is cool with me. Let's go to app.as December falls stream honey. So you'll see this. This is our deeper links page. And all that had to happen for this to happen, let me turn off dark mode real quick. I don't know how that turned on. All that had to happen for this to happen, it comes with our CRM, was that they had to drop in the Spotify link. That's it. And now they get deep links to all these services. Oh, open the Spotify app directly. No matter what device you're on, it will open directly to whatever streaming service you ask for, to the app. And it will also, in the background, pixel them with the conversions API. So I coded this up, and you'll see here we got the data payload and the API response. Oh, it's behind me right now. Here. Boom. So that's the conversion going through. So that's part of the tech stack. You get this free tech stack with IndiePro Annual. Like, not only it's free in the sense that you pay less for IndiePro Annual than you would pay month to month, but you get all this with it. And with it comes your email marketing. So you can have unlimited contacts. You only pay for sending emails. And you pay to send like 10,000 emails would cost about $7. So like that's the cost you're paying. It's like 7/10,000ths of or 7/700ths of a cent per email, something like that. 10,000 emails amounts to $7. So that comes with it. You also have your email marketing, you have your SMS marketing, you have messenger automation. You can replace Zapier with it. So if you're doing automation between different apps and stuff, this has workflows that not only work for email marketing workflows, but you can add in other apps and external webhooks and all this other stuff. So it's basically a drop-in replacement for Zapier as well. Although obviously Zapier is going to connect to more stuff easier, but it costs money. This is free. And then you have sites. You can build arbitrary amounts of funnels with order forms and payment processing and all that, and websites and online store. You can build an online store or multiple online stores. You can charge tax. You can charge shipping. You can do shipping integrated in with it now. And so, yeah, it's fucking sick, dude. You can host WordPress on it. You can build client portals, unlimited forms, surveys, QR code. Dude, it's sick. And so if I didn't have this CRM, I would say my tech stack would be Thrivecart, which is like $600-700 for a lifetime, I think. Or now they do month to month. I'm not sure. Thrivecart, WordPress, my personal tech stack, Stripe. So Thrivecart, WordPress, Stripe, and PayPal, obviously, and Drip. That's pretty much what I would use, and Zapier. But I would probably code my own integrations. But since I have this CRM, it would be this CRM. Straight up, okay? It's actually nuts that we offer this for free. Like looking back at it, like looking at all this stuff, it's one of the coolest things. Like one of the things I'm most proud of is that we were able to grab this, offer it for free at no additional charge. It's so cool. And so yeah, that's my recommendation for a tech stack. But if it weren't this, if we didn't have this, speaking full transparency, it'd be Thrivecart, but maybe not Thrivecart anymore. Thrivecart's kind of looking a little shitty lately, but it probably is still Thrivecart if it's a one-time charge. Thrivecart, WordPress, and some plugins like Thrive Architect I wouldn't want it anymore because I know how to code, but if I didn't know how to code, it would be Thrive Architect. Drip for email marketing. And that's about all you need. That's all I can think of. Maybe Shopify for online store. Okay. Wix website and don't like it. You know, it's crazy how, but like, I don't like Wix either, but it's crazy how you wouldn't need Wix anymore if you had the CRM, because you can do your websites, you can do your online store, you can do email marketing, you do everything with the CRM. And the CRM, so one of the parts of admitting to everyone, unlike a lot of other people who get this white label, high level, we didn't build this. And as a result, you can go and you can get any documentation for anything you want to do in this service. Look at High Level's documentation, dude. High Level documentation. Yeah. Look at their docs, dude. Like, literally, people will ask me questions in the Facebook group. I will search High Level plus their question, and I get a doc that fully explains what they want to do, right? So, like, form RSVP. Let's say that. Or actually, no. Form, let's say for TJ's problem, create a form. Okay. Workflow trigger, form submitted. We're going to need that. Let's just go to the forms section. We'll go to solutions and then go to forms. Okay, here's your entire forms docs section. So you have all the docs related to forms. So High Level's documentation is extensive. On top of that, we pay for this solution, which gives you like searchable access to the docs, right? So it's like in the CRM, you have, here, you can't see it, so I'll put it over here. In the CRM, you have this little chat bubble. We pay for this. I'm gonna code an alternative to this where you'll have access to an AI that has access to the docs, and the AI will find the answers for you. You don't have to go searching. So that's like up next that I'm trying to code up. But until then, you have this, it's searchable, and you have all these different like solutions. So yeah, it's pretty sick, dude. And you get all that. Now, I will say about Wix, I used to hate Wix, but I took another glance at Wix like within the last year. Wix has made a lot of strides to not be the worst website builder in the whole world. And I would say that like they've even overtaken Squarespace to where like I would hate to develop on Squarespace, but with Wix, I'd be pretty excited to check out all the new stuff that they have if I had to. So Wix isn't that bad, right? I don't want to come here and disparage Wix. Wix used to suck. Used to be terrible, okay? But now it's a lot better. They've added a lot. So I won't say Wix is terrible anymore. I will just say that, like, yeah, it's not as feature complete as something like a full CRM. Okay, so Tej, let's get to the answer to your question. Tej, you said you're doing it for free. Now let me scroll up to your quest, though. Throwing a show. Want to use CRM to do form, sign up, RSVP, that I will remind them and make a merch offer a little before show and follow up after. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to go to forms, okay? Because you're making a form. So we'll go to the form section in your site section, and we'll add a form. Choose from template. Oh, we have templates. Event. Can we do event? Nah. But who cares? Let's not use a template. Let's start from scratch. Cool. So yeah, there's a lot of ins and outs to the form builder itself. Not gonna go over all those right now, right? But there's a lot of things you can do with it. You can do like vertical, like field width can be 50 here, and then field width can be 50 here, and then you can display them inline, so that like this goes, or actually we don't want it to be 50. We want it to be like 45, right? To make it display inline. How do we do inline display here? 2 column. Yeah. Cool. And then this one will make it like 100. This one, let's make it 100. So you see, like you can set it up. Like here's your settings on the. Damn, this is not a good look for like how we want to do this. So let's do this, and let's do this. Yeah. Cool. Let's even take this out for now. We'll take this out for the time being. And then this needs to go more like this. Oh, yeah. Nice, dude. You don't even need me on here, but I'll put myself here for a second. So yeah, here in the settings for the whole page, up in the top right, you can set up like all those design elements, and then per element you can set like width and stuff, and you can really design it up how you want it. Now this is embedded, so let me explain how Form Builder works. Right, you can easily pop in this form to any of your pages, whether it be in a funnel or a website on high level. So you're building a funnel. Now you want a form in that funnel. Okay, cool. I'm going to go to the form builder. I'm going to make the form look how I want it. And then I'm going to pop it into the funnel page. Okay. So you can do that. You can also embed this on external websites. So the benefit of building forms in Form Builder is that you can, the benefit of building forms with Form Builder is that you can embed it anywhere. Right? So if you built it in the funnel itself, then you don't get this need embed code that you can now go put it elsewhere. So if you want to put it on any place, you can, where you can embed HTML and JavaScript. All right, cool. So that's Form Builder. You're going to build out your form. You build your formy-warmy, okay? Let's get out of here. And then once you've built your form, then we'll go to automation. And so, okay, I gave more context above. Really get confused with what I can capture and do workflow-wise. All right, cool. So by default, I'm pretty sure your form is going to capture all the data that's put into it. It's going to create a contact. It's going to route all of that. And in your form settings, you can actually like change where it routes. But let's not get into that. Let's assume you just want a plain vanilla, hey, first name, last name, email, phone, consent, whatever. It's going to route effectively. Then we'll create a workflow. We'll start from scratch. And so your workflow trigger, we'll call this Tejas RSVP workflow, okay? And so our trigger will be form submitted. And you might think to yourself, which form? The form we just built, silly. All right, so we're gonna, for filters, we're gonna do form is the form we just built, okay? We'll save trigger. And now, what else did you want to do? Let's go here. Okay, remind them, make a merch offer a little before show, and follow up after. Okay, so what I would do is, let's add a tag here. And this is one of the few instances where I will actually decide to use a tag. I try to avoid using tags at all costs. But let's add a tag. And we'll add a new tag, right? Tejas showgoers. Let's call it that. We'll add a new tag. These are Tejas showgoers, and we'll save. All right, now, what I would do is I would add this tag, and then I would have, just like I would in Drip. This is exactly how I would do it in Drip. We now have a tag, so we'll go, here, we'll save this. We'll go back to workflows, and let's create a smart list, okay? So we'll go to filters, tag, right? Tag is Tejas showgoers, apply, right? And we'll save it as a smart list. We'll call it Tejas showgoers, okay? Now we have a list of anytime someone signs up on your form, they're gonna get added to this tag, which means they're gonna get added to this smart list. So now we have segmentation. We have a segment, and if we send an email to it, that email will always go to all the people who have already opted in for your show. Bob's your uncle. So now all we have to do is create your email marketing campaigns. So instead of doing this in a workflow, we'll go back to the workflow and add like a confirmation email, okay? But we will not do all of our time-based emailing inside of a workflow. Why? Because that's not what they're for. The workflow is there to control events that are dependent temporally, time-wise, on when the triggering event happened, not time-wise based on what day it is, okay? So if we're gonna do temporal communication, we're gonna do it with email campaigns. Just like we would in Drip, just like we would in MailChimp, we wouldn't use a workflow for these things in Drip or MailChimp. So let's go here, we'll create email campaigns, new, right? You'll design up, let's just get through this as quick as possible. We will design up something cool. Yep, looks great. This is exactly what I want my first email reminder to be. So let's say we want this to go out a week before the show, just to remind everyone who signed up, hey, we're getting close, okay? So we'll schedule it. And let's say your show is on, just for the sake of argument, let's say your show is on, you only send emails to that segment, or do you have a workflow that onboards them and moves them to the regular mailing smart list? You could do that, but let's just deal with the first thing first, and then we'll cover all your edge cases. So let's say the show is on Friday the 11th, right? So on Friday the 4th of October, we want this to go out, right? Let's say from email is testingtonyan@gmail.com. Very cool. Where's my at again? Where you at, dog? Where did I put it, dude? I'm learning my new key maps, and it's, you know. Where did I put at, though? That doesn't make any sense. Testing Tonian. Did I just completely not give myself an at key? What the heck? Oh, there it is. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Testing Tonian at gmail.com. Cool. And then we will send to smart list. This is the key feature that you need, okay? Send to smart list, and the smart list shall be Tejas showgoers. Boom! Okay? Should contacts added to the smart list between now and the send date time be included in this campaign? Yes. Yes. If someone signs up between now and when this sends out, add them to it. Great. So now we're always, whenever this sends out, it will always send out to the exact list of Tejas showgoers at that time. We've got everything we want. We can track clicks. We can do UTM tracking if you want. All that stuff's all good. Okay. So now we've got we know how to build out all of the time-based emails. Any emails that you want to send at a specific time relative to when the event goes live, we're going to do it in campaigns, and we're going to do it to a smart list, and we're going to use the advanced conditions to include them. Cool. Now we're pretty much all set up. Now all we got to do is for your other stuff you want to do. Where's the one that we just made? I have so many test workflows in here because this is where I do it all. Tejas RSVP workflow. Very cool. Let's go here. And so... what's next? Yeah, so you might want to do, you add the tag. Now let's say we want to do like a little comfy wompy email, okay? So yeah, I mean, you know, you can send an email as a confirmation. Boom, bada boom. I mean, I assume you know how to send email actions. There's a lot I have to add in terms of like template text to add it. I'll just do it. Send email. Okay. Action name, let's call it confirmation. Cool. Subject is going to be test. Message is test. Test emails, test. Save. Cool. All right, so we have our confirmation email. So you can send this out automatically. Now, what you had asked was, yeah, you know the basics. Cool. Do you only send emails to the segment, or do you have a workflow that onboards them and moves them to the regular mailing smart list? So here's the trouble with that. We could onboard them here, but now we have to set up conditions where, I mean, you could, right? You could treat this like an iSeries. The opt-in lead magnet that they signed up for was the free show. We're trying to lead them to a product purchase or just introduce them to the mailing list regular operations, okay? So you might even do, if you have an iSeries, right? Let's say you have an iSeries already in your CRM, you could do add to workflow here, right? And then we'll just add them to your iSeries workflow. That's an option, as long as your iSeries is agnostic to how they signed up, okay? Another approach to it might be, hey, let's wait till they get all of the follow-up that they're gonna get about this show. So if you have like a week before reminder, and then a merch offer, and then like a day of reminder, okay? And then like a follow-up, right? Best way to make an offer. Yeah. So the best way to make an offer would be to, there's a couple of different modalities that we might consider. Let's go Alt-Shift-S. Did that work? Nice, it worked. A couple of different modalities that we could, dude, no one wants Screencastify. Get out of here. there's a couple different modalities you could leverage. One would be to say, let's make this offer an FSH live variant, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna email them like a couple of days before the show and say, hey, I actually have a bunch of back inventory of X album. And I thought it would be cool to not only, encourage you to show up for the show, but also to reward the people who are most paying attention to actually paying attention to what I send you here. So you're really reinforcing the open my emails thing. And you're really reinforcing the come to the show thing, okay? I'm gonna reward all those people by giving away signed copies of this album for free at the merch booth, okay? And you essentially just do an FSH, where you take your existing FSH and you just dupe it and mod it a little bit so that everything is now at the merch booth. So your introductory offer, come pick it up at the merch booth, no shipping and handling, completely free, okay? So they're just signing up effectively. It'd be like an opt-in form, right? And then on the back end, it's like, hey, I will give you this bundle if you upgrade now. Now, instead of entering their credit card information on the free product, they'll be entering their credit card information on the bundle, okay? And you can do this a number of different ways. Different ways to skin a cat. You could have it be the thank you page of signing up for the free album, and then you're doing a credit card form. You could do it on the sign up page. Be like, hey, do you want me to add in these items with your order? Okay, cool. Here's the credit card form. Pay for these items, right? So that's one way of skinning the cat. Another way would just be to do a straight sale, and I would actually recommend a straight sale. They opted in for your show. They're gonna come or they're gonna not, okay? If your main optimization goal is I want maximum attendance at the live show, then you might do the FSH one because it's going to encourage attendance. People who might not have otherwise gone or might have flaked will now go because they get a free thing, okay? So that might be what you want to optimize for. If you want to optimize for sales, I would not do the FSH because it's a bit more complicated than the mechanics of an FSH. They're not already entering their credit card information. There's no reason to take credit card information for shipping and handling. There's no shipping and handling. So yeah, that's the different things to consider. Now, if you're gonna make a straight sales offer, I would be like, hey, I'll give you a discount off merch if you buy it now so I know what to bring, okay? Different rationales you could give for what value you're getting if they buy now. Why are you giving me a discount? Because you don't want the rationale to be, because I'm worried that you won't buy it at the show. I mean, that could be the rationale. You could say like, hey, things get crazy at shows. It's fucking nuts. You don't want to wait in line at the merch booth. And furthermore, like you might not. You might want to get something from me at the merch booth, but there's a line or things are hectic and you brought your friends, whatever. Let's secure that now, make it easy for you when you get to the show to support, and just you could buy it now. I'll give you a discount because I can be more assured that you're going to pick it up, and then you can come pick it up at the merch booth. Easy peasy. You don't even have to wait in line. You just come up and say, my name's this, give me the thing. How would you confirm pickup at merch? You give the merch people, if you have someone at your merch booth, you would give them a list of all the people. You could even send them something as like a confirmation. So the workflow after the purchase would be like, hey, seems like a more insane offer that people would take. People would take it, but I think you might get a lower upsell rate than you otherwise would have gotten. That said, what you can do is you can have a workflow that connects to order form submitted or form submitted for the FSH, okay? And you're adding that, so you're sending them a confirmation email, and all they have to do is show the merch person their confirmation email. Who's gonna spoof it, right? It's pretty secure. So that's all you gotta do. Okay, so we answered Tej's question. Now let's get to Danny's question. Danny's question is, oh God, I turned on dark mode again. Is this right? Yeah. I don't want dark mode, dude. Danny's question is, hey, Kyle, hope you're good. I am, dude. Hope you're doing well, dude. Here, let's go to tall. Do you know if GHL order form will integrate the new PayPal checkout? Let's check it out, dude. Let's give it a little checksy-wexy, friend. Chat, welcome back. Welcome back, chat. I don't think we need alpha mask here. I think we need this. Display capture? No. Video, audio, no. Video capture device. Yeah, guy. Let's do that one. Oh, too big. Huh? Ha. Huh. Very cool. And then this. This with this. And then this. And then maybe we'll do like this. Did we do this? Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the screen real estate we have to work with, right? That's what we got. That's what we got, gang. Let me see if we can stretch it out a little bit more, though. Do you still recommend boosting your top performing posts on Insta? Totally. If you're actively trying to gain fans right now, for sure. Your top performing posts. Yeah. Not just boosting, but using them as ad creative. Because there's a bunch of... I'll answer your question in just a second, AJ. But there's a bunch of reasons why you want to use them. Okay. You're asking if they'll integrate the new PayPal checkout. So what is the new PayPal checkout? Let's read up, gang. We want to stay educated. Introducing the new PayPal checkout. Interesting. At PayPal, we're building solutions for global... Yeah. I know what you do, dude. Today, we're excited to announce the new PayPal checkout with smart payment buttons. Current one makes banks reject making payments. Reject making payments? Like the initial payment, or you mean follow-up payments? As part of this mission, today we're excited to announce the new... When did this get published? They're quoting stuff from 2017, so I imagine this isn't new. Let's go to news. Amazon Prime checkout partnership. Is this what they're using? Amazon Prime? Danny, can you give me some qualifying information by which I might identify what you're talking about? PayPal's new checkout? But I do see that you can pay with Prime. That's pretty sick. As a Prime member, I'm psyched about that. Here you go. Did you meant to post? Oh, you can't post links. Please find below some documentation which will aid you with the integration. Oh, you did post links. Cool. Unbranded card processing. So no, those links work. But what new checkout are you talking about? Because this is like not new. This already exists. You can already do pay later. What do you mean they sent you all this info? Like, where did you hear that they had a new checkout is what I'm wondering, Danny. Because they don't have a new checkout. You have an older version in the CRM. You know what it might be, Danny? It might be that you're using Funnel V1. So let's go to sites, funnels. Here, let's go to... Yeah. That looks like the right one. So let's go to a test funnel. Version 2. So you want to see version 2 up here, right next to the name of your funnel when you click on it. Let's go to look at this funnel real quick. Testerson. Testing Tonian. Damn, dude. I really got to move that back. At gmail.com. Cool. And then you should see, yeah, PayPal, pay later. You've got the pay later options. So what specific functionality are you looking for out of it that you're not getting? Like, what benefit do you want from this new, what feature do you want that you don't have? You got your pay later right now. Yours is version 2? Cool. I'll need to check that and change it if so. I mean, you don't need to change it. Because, look, a broad majority, and I mean a crushing, overwhelming majority of your sales will come from vanilla PayPal and vanilla credit card form. PayPal is saying you're getting a lot of rejection because you have the older one. Huh. Interesting. New PayPal. Can you, Danny, could you forward me the email? circa@indiepreneur.io. Just forward me the email that they sent you regarding this, or however you found out about this. I would love to know. Unbranded card processing. Heh. Advanced checkout lets you offer the PayPal payment button and custom credit and debit card fields. This guide covers integrating the PayPal button, card payments, and customized credit card fields. Yeah, I mean, I really don't understand how this solves a problem of lots of rejection. 3D Secure is, oh yeah, 3DS. All right, let's go to high level then, and we'll ask about 3DS. 3D Secure. Sure. 3D Secure Authentication. I mean, I'm pretty sure they do 3DS already. Check out security, maybe? I mean, they have tap to pay. They couldn't do, they have to have 3DS because they have tap to pay. And there's just no way to do that without it. They're saying that, okay, that's the body of the, okay, here. Please find below some documentation which will aid you with the integration. 3D Secures, Apple Pay, sandbox testing. Are you using PayPal buttons, Danny? Because I don't think you are, right? Don't think you are. Let's go to here. Cool. Got the email. This is what they sent you? This is all that they sent you? PayPal complete payments checkout. Interesting. Let's see if PayPal high level PayPal complete payments checkout. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, PayPal integration. Maybe they did a new PayPal integration and you got to go reconfigure it. So the way you would do that is you would go to payments and then okay, I'm going to go to integrations instead. Because my menu is too slim. Where's PayPal? Oh yeah, the Shippo integration. I did want to cover that at some point, but okay. Let's go to payments, integrations. And here we are in integrations. Let's go to manage. Yeah, I mean, do they have a new integration? PayPal. Yeah. I mean, without really knowing a whole lot about your funnel, I don't know why you're getting like high rejections. Okay, you were on the phone with them. The new PayPal does like a auto secure. It does 3DS or something to reduce bank rejecting my site to send payment. I think it's why I've had loads of pending payments. When you say loads, how many orders have you had? Give me your amount of orders in the last month versus pending orders. I would love to know the rate at which this is occurring. High level updates. Change log. Let's see when the last time they changed anything with PayPal integration updates on August 13th, 2024. Okay. I mean, they changed their PayPal integration on August 13th, meaning they had to probably implement whatever PayPal implementation is current. So I think they have it current. You know, Danny, one thing you could do is just stop offering PayPal if all of your, like, it depends on what you mean by a ton. I would get a few pending a day. Most would go through, though. But every day there are orders, there are pending ones. And most of them go through. Because, like, if your expectation is that you will have 0 pending orders and 0 bank rejections, like, that's not a realistic expectation. For any checkout. Thrivecart included. Trust me. Yeah. So, given that they updated this on August 13th, like, and, like, I'll tell you what, man, like, they have 3DS. Like, PayPal, they actually offload to... The PayPal button on a funnel checkout, dude, what does it do? Does it stay in? Did they integrate it at the site level? No, they did not. The PayPal button on a checkout funnel opens a modal. Okay? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? At gmail.com. Cool. Let's go to testing Tony Nan. All right. So yeah, if we click PayPal, what does it do? Opens a modal. It opens a modal. And what is this modal served from? Oh, it's served from PayPal.com. So there's absolutely 0 way, there's 0 chance that your pending orders are due to you not having the right PayPal checkout, because this is PayPal's implementation, dude. This is PayPal's implementation. It's not even High Level's implementation. So it can't possibly be that. This is PayPal, checkout now, atomic event. Yeah. So yeah, not only can you not implement what they recommended and it's not helpful for you, but not only can you not implement it yourself, but it's their problem. And so yeah, like I would say, like, maybe your expectation is a little bit askew of what, like, the reality of online checkouts is, which is, like, if you expected to get 0 bank rejections, 0 pending orders, like, you're not going to get that. If a broad majority of your orders go through, they did say on the phone that GHL don't have the new PayPal checkout. Interesting. I mean, but, like, did they just implement 3DS? Because 3DS is pretty standard on every checkout you're likely to find on the internet now. Like, it's pretty, 3DS implementation percentage. 1/5 of payments sent to 3D now. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Only 18% of US-based transactions leveraged 3DS because of this friction in 2017. Oh, interesting. Just Control F, 18%. Okay. Post-payment verification. An innovative solution in fraud prevention is verification after payment. Okay. 17% of U.S. online shoppers have abandoned an order in the past quarter solely due to a too long/complicated checkout process. Interesting. Oh, almost 1/5 of all checkouts get abandoned because of, or no, 1/5 of all abandons are because it was too long. 3DS has historically created significant friction, contributing to higher checkout abandonment rates. In 2017, only 18% of US-based transactions leveraged 3DS. The abandonment rates when using 3DS could even exceed 50%. What, dude? Half your orders go away. Ooh, that's gross. Okay, so they have a new checkout. In what way do they have a new checkout? Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, according to this article, it's possible that you're better off with the old checkout. But that said, dude, I I don't think, unless you're losing like 5% of your orders to this pending issue, like 5% of total order volume is now pending. Like that's a problem, maybe. Like that's worth solving if it's not too complex to solve. You know, if it's 1% or less that end up in a forever pending state, I would not worry about it. It's not worth dealing with. And it's almost like to be expected. So we don't even get the benefit like at IndiePro when we have a customer do essentially like the same thing that you did, bank rejects it. We just get a flat out rejection. Okay? And I think you'd be shocked to see what our rejection rates are with 3DS on Stripe. So yeah, I mean, I would really like to know nitty gritty what percentage of your orders are ending up in a forever pending state. And from that, I would determine like, is this worth dealing with? But what they said is wrong. You cannot implement the fix yourself. You just can't. Like, because you can't modify, unless you want to do some like deep custom JS injection, like you're not going to modify how the order form works at that level. I don't think you will be able to. Although it kind of makes me want to spend all day doing JS injection to get the new PayPal button in there. But I don't think it's worth doing. So yeah, I mean, maybe there's an issue that they've raised. Feedback. Yeah, let's search their feedback and see if PayPal 3DS. Yeah, no. No one's even mentioned this. Can we sort by, no, we cannot. Very cool. Yeah. This thing is not a thing, I don't think.
How do I look?
You look great. I love it.
I look like a... Oh.
It's okay. It's okay.
Bye.
You look profesh.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
Yeah, this thing is not a thing, dude. Like, because I guarantee you, if this were an actual thing, there would be 100 upvotes like on an issue on the GHL issues page with a bunch of people screaming, like losing their minds, dude. The fact that there's not 100 people losing their minds on the GHL recommendations board tells me. Because everyone gets pending orders, dude. I can't work out the percentage, but I follow up the customers after to try and get that payment. Yeah. The bank rejected it and they have to approve it. Interesting. Why does bank rejection happen? Let's maybe search for that. But I guarantee you, if this was a thing, like there would be like 1,000 high-level customers, some of whom have like never sold anything on their funnels, being like, "This rejects payments. How can you? I'm quitting. I'm going to ClickFunnels." Like there would be so many people. So it kind of increases my confidence interval that this is not a thing, but we'll totally chase it down for you, dude. We will continue to chase. Bank rejection. Yeah, I don't see bank rejected or bank reject. I don't see anything, dude. Maybe we'll go to the high level. Let's go to the high level Facebook group and see if there's anyone talking about it there. Banco de Popular. Bank rejected. Getting rejected by their bank. I use Stripe. What can I... all of the bank rejections are from PayPal? Can you confirm that? Or do you only have PayPal? Do you only have PayPal? Damn, I gotta know now, Danny. I'm going to your account real quick if that's cool. Yeah, I mean, you can. I'm sure PayPal's frontline support is a lot like PayPal's frontline support is a lot like Facebook's frontline support in that like they mean well, they're trying to help, but like they don't really have like robust information, and they're not going to get too deep on your specific issue. Okay, so you have Stripe, and orders are getting rejected through Stripe as well. Filters, status, pending. Okay. Okay. So let's look at filters. Okay, cool. So we're going to export a data set. Oh, they're going to send you an export. They're not going to let me download it directly, which is fine. But so what I would want to do is they do get rejected on Stripe too. Okay, well, they definitely have 3DS on Stripe. I know that for a fact, dude. Changelog. Let's just see if 3DS is mentioned at all in the changelog. What am I missing here? Oh, 3DS. Cool. Brandon, could we... Yeah, they have 3DS enabled for SaaS mode. There's no way they don't have it for their order forms. 3D secure. Checkout form. Checkout. Order form. Check. Check. So yeah, I would love to, what I would do to really get down to the heart of this is I would export out your pending orders, and I would export out your non-pending orders, separate CSVs. Then I would load them into Google Sheets and I would compare them. I would say, how many orders did we get in the last month versus how many of them were pending? Of those that remain pending, how many were Stripe and how many were PayPal? And start to really get a sense of what we're actually dealing with. But like, let's just do, oh, we can do start date and end date. Perfect. So let's do, we'll do, no. Okay. I don't want to expose your customer information here. So I'm going to not show this screen that I'm looking at right now. But what I'm doing is I'm going to the date, I'm going to payments orders. We're going to do August 1st through August 31st. So we get all of August. And then we'll just look at how many orders we got. So let's do payment status is paid, and we'll apply that filter. And now we get, if we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 per page. Let's do 40 per page. And we have 4 pages. Cool. Or let's do 10 per page. And we have 13 pages. So we can expect, there's about 130 orders in August. 130 of those orders, so 130 total orders against like 25 pending. So no, it would be 155 total orders against 25 pending. Let's say 25 divided by 150. So it's about 17%. About 17% of your orders end up pending. Can we do payment mode? Live mode? Source type? Funnel? Apply? Interesting. Clear. I mean, it's pretty high, yeah, I would say. I mean, it's a lot. Status pending. Okay, but some of these are duplicates, so let's remove those out. Yeah, a lot of these are duplicates. Yeah. So we'll knock it down to like more like 15%. Still a fair amount. Now let's figure out why it got. Well, I can't from here figure out what's going on with those orders, but I would really love to know which of them is Stripe versus which of them is PayPal. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It seems like a very UK specific thing, if I had to guess. What you might try though is you might try disconnecting your Stripe, like do it in the middle of the night when your order volume's low. Disconnect and reconnect Stripe. Disconnect and reconnect PayPal. Because what it might do is they might need different perms for the integration for like any new checkout features, and so that might shake it loose. It is a high number of pendings for sure. Compared to someone like if I go to Max Power. Or is it Max Power? Max Boost. If I go to Max Boost, like he gets pending orders, but not like 15%, I don't think. So that does seem quite high. Max Boost. And the power-ups, dude. Alright, so let's go to Max Boost, and I'll tell you his percentage. Orders. Now, that said, because you are offering a free product, that can also augment it. Like, I would imagine on straight sales, you get less. Not because the sale is different, not because the checkout is different, but because the customer you attract is different. Like a lot of these people are going to have bank rejection. Like we don't know what % of your pending orders is like they didn't have any money in their account, right? So we don't know. Okay, let me do in Max Boost and the power-ups, I will do the same filtration. So we'll do August 1st through 31st. And then we'll look at filters, status, pending. No pending. Interest. Jurai. Hey, Circa, I'm still in discovery mode and building fan base. Just hit 2K followers on IG and gaining traction. What should I do next to keep building email list, website, etc.? I will answer your question, Jurai, but I've totally realized I forgot one. I forgot a question, which was, who asked this? AJ Nova asked, hey, Kyle, do you still recommend boosting your top performing posts on Instagram? So yeah, I do. But another thing is, I'll just switch, we'll do a little switchy-witchy here. Another thing is, if you are starting out, you're just releasing your first singles, I would recommend a strategy of, for your first year, let's only ever worry about getting really good at creating and releasing content that goes, and then releasing singles with that. The only thing you have to worry about is, how do I make music, finish and mix it into singles, release those singles, and record and basically try to release a piece of content a day where the content actually is getting better over time. Those are my requirements. I need content as frequent as possible. It needs to be getting more views week to week at all times, more followers, more people paying attention than last week. And I need to be releasing at least, ideally max a single a month, but no less than it. Like I think a single a month is actually perfect for your first year. I need to be releasing a single a month, content as often as possible, like daily is ideal, and it needs to be going up week to week. That's all. And if I can do that in my first year, by the end of a year, 52 weeks, I will be crushing it, okay? And by the end of that year, I should have lots of posts that did disordinately better than others, okay? I should have lots of hero posts. And what are these? These are short form vertical videos that feature my music and me performing it in a way that just grab attention. Okay. Now, during that year, you might start to get those jump out posts. And yes, you should try out low stakes ad campaigns with those posts. Why? Not to give them more audience. We don't need more audience. We need to be better at content. We need to be getting audience for free. Okay. Which means our content game needs to be constantly improving, and boosting doesn't really help that. But what we can do is we can get all the shitty parts of learning Ads Manager, learning how to run ads and what it's like. We can get all that out of the way with low budgets, low costs, and we can maybe add some additional benefits. Like we can make our Instagram go up, or we can make our Spotify go up at the same time. But really what we're trying to do is by the time that year is over, we don't want to be new to Ads Manager. We don't want to suck at ads. We want to be good at ads by that time, okay? So we're still in improve the content week to week mode. We're still in release a single a month mode, but we can take a little side quest and get a little bit better at ads, not be completely green to ads by the time we're done, okay? And what I want for you is to just be killer at content. I don't even care if you get the ads part done, but you can totally do it. And so one way to do that is to boost the posts. So we can boost the posts to kind of add a little multiplier effect to your growth during that first year. So any post that jumps out, we're going to add it to like an ongoing $1 a day boost campaign. We're paying $30 a month to boost some of our best content. Great. That gets us green. Wet. This gets a little bit experience with ads. Then, if you want to, but not at the detriment of what we're doing with content and singles, if it fucks that up, don't do it. But if you have extra time, we can take some of those best posts and try out some direct to Spotify campaigns. We can try out some direct to Instagram profile campaigns. And we can get better at those types of ads while improving those platforms as well. But again, the whole goal is to just be really great with content. Why? Because when the time comes for you to actually get people to sign up for your email list, so you're taking all that attention you built up on these platforms and you're converting it into attention you own and you can take with you, and you don't have to pay to reach, and you don't have to create a bunch of content to reach. You can just send them an email. Okay? We want to get that. And how do we get that? And we also want to get customers. We want to sell things to your fan base. How do we do it? Typically, we're going to use ads. Oh, guess what? You're already great at ads because we already went through all that trouble in the first year. And we're going to need killer ad creative. Guess what? We just spent a year becoming the fucking boss at making ad creative. We have posts that grab attention like nobody's business, okay? So that's what your first year, ideally, if you do it right and you're patient and you're willing to put in that hard work to get to a place where these things are easy for you. Because who has trouble, right? Who has trouble launching a product funnel and selling products to their fan base? Who has trouble getting people to a live show? Who has trouble with all these things? It's people who do not have fan base on social. People who cannot create compelling ad creative. People who cannot get attention. These people have trouble doing any of the cool things after that first year. And why? Because they jump to it. They try too quickly to sell stuff. They try too quickly to, create some elaborate ad campaign or funnel when they really don't have the fundamental chops, which is, are you good at getting attention? Because if not, there's no point in us doing all this other fancy stuff. But if you do that first year I just mentioned and went over, guess what? I have no worries about you creating a free push shipping and handling funnel. I have no worries about you doing a tour. I have no worries whatsoever because you have killer content, you've proven it, and you know how to make more. And you're always making more, and you'll never run out of great ad creative. So boosting posts is cool, but let's not forget what that year one is all about and what we're there for. Okay, Jirai says, hey Circa, I'm still in discovery mode and building fan base. Just hit 2K followers on IG and gaining traction. What should I do next to keep building? Email list, website, etc. Jirai, so I'm glad I went over this. What did I just say, right? Are you in your first year? Are you where you want to be? Do you feel like every week your posts get better and you get more traction? Do you feel like you have killer creative? Because if not, let's stay in this mode. Let's release single after single after single, and let's release content almost daily if we can. Why? Because it gives us the most at-bats. It gives us 30 at-bats per month with content, okay? 30 chances to knock it out of the park. It gives us an at-bat per month of single release, of hyping up a release. So we're getting chops in creating content and ad creative. We're getting chops in releasing incidental content, but we're also getting chops at big releases. We have a single coming out 2 weeks leading up, 3 weeks afterwards. We're promoting. We're creating content specifically around that single. We're getting better at that whole process. And it's going to suck at first, dude. Your first month of that year is going to be terrible. Second month, not that much better. We're getting the suck out now. Let's get the suck out now when we're not spending $30 CPMs on ad purchase conversion campaigns. Okay, when we're not dumping money and time into building funnels and getting inventory. We don't want to suck at these things while we're doing those things, because those things are much higher stakes. Your reputation, your budget, your time is on the line. We want to be killer at all these prerequisites, all these fundamentals by the time we get there. Okay, so that's why I recommend this first year is like, hey, if you got 2K followers on IG and you're gaining traction, should you now move on to other things? Probably not. You should dig into what got you to the 2K, what got you to start gaining traction. Because by the time you build an email list and a website and some products and you want to do shows and sell products and have, get fans to a deeper stage, I don't want you to ever worry about, do I know how to create attention? I want you to be sick at that. I don't want you to ever worry about, do I know the right cadence for releasing a single? I want you to be already trained up. You've gone through the school of hard knocks on all those major points, and now you're ready to fucking crush, dude. That's what I want for you. Let's go, Jirai. Dude, this is the time. This is the time to dig in. And what you want to really tune during this first year, what you really want to get better at is ideation, which is how do I understand what's going to do well on social for my genre, my music type, before I even plan to do it. So you want a good source of information. That's going to be other creators who sound like you, kind of have a similar image, would have a similar fan. People who like them would like you. Take those creators. And then the other prerequisite, they have to be like you, and they also have to be doing well. Very important. They have to have posts that just do exceptionally well. They have to be good at this whole short form vertical video thing, okay? Find those creators, make a list of them, and cull your inspo from them. Once a week, you're going to their page, taking the top performing posts, saving them to your bookmarks, and understanding, what are they doing here that I'm not doing? What are things they're doing here that I could try without directly copying? I can template it, okay? So your inspo needs to be on point. You need to be getting ideas that have proven to work for your genre, for your ideal fan. So if you're not doing that now, it'll change the game for you. So do that. 2, batching. You want to be good at once a month, I'm going to do this kind of sucky process of batching all of my planned content. So you got all your ideas, form them into a plan for, like, let's say you can max do once a post every day, right? Or let's say you can do 3 posts per week. Sure. Like you tight schedule, you got kids, whatever. You can do 3. Cool. I want all 12 of your monthly posts to be planned out by the time we get to this like portion in the month where every month you record and edit all that. You batch it. So we're going to batch all the content. So we've got inspo and ideation, batching of content, and then be great at releasing it. And then most importantly, 4 stages: inspo and ideation, batching and editing, releasing the content, and then 4 retrospection. How good are you at looking at last week, getting all your numbers, and then understanding, what did I do this week to do something different, to improve on that? Did it work? How did it work? Which post jumped out? What's doing well? How can I follow up on the stuff that's doing well? Have I not done well in a while? Let's go back to when I did well last. What's different about this post that did so well from what I've been doing lately? Why is it going down week to week? You need to be good at that introspection and retrospection. If you're good at those 4 things with content, you'll crush. You'll fucking murder, dude. You'll come out of that year on the wings of an eagle. And you will never have problems with grabbing attention or creating ad creative. That I guarantee. So I hope that answers both of your questions, AJ and Jirai. Now, guys, I do have to do a little bit of work. Actually, no, we didn't even go through the group, dude. This is just the chat. Dude, chat's on fire today. Okay? Chat's bussing. All right. So, yeah, my original plan was to go through the group and answer questions. I guess we'll just do that now. So, yeah. So, we're going to want to do this. What do we want to do? You know what sucks about Facebook is I can't collapse this. That really blows, actually. But let's go to new posts. And then we'll scroll down. And I'm going to try to crush as much of this as I possibly can. If you guys have any more questions in chat, by all means, you can ask them. Don't be intimidated. But I am going to get to this while you're not asking questions. All right, cool. Alrighty, dighty. Let me just make sure we have our timestamps ready. 56:09. Wow, we're an hour in already. Dude, it flies by. When you're streaming and chat is bussing, it really flies by. Okay. So maybe we'll start here. So yeah, I saw this. And AJ Crew said all the recent industry layoffs, acquisitions, budget cuts, royalty cuts, surcharges to fans. All the BS finally again comes down to this. Former Warner Music Entertainment president Conrad Withy says the industry is going back to 360 deals and they're focusing on taking cuts from, you guessed it, merch and direct-to-fan rights. Dude, the thesis is playing out beautifully. We knew this would happen. We've been predicting it for years. The money is in the merch and the direct-to-fan, and the industry is finally waking up to that fact. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, and that's what the indies are actually surviving off of. It's not the Spotify streaming checks. It's that. So the industry is, the record labels are realizing, hey, why are these indies able to do this without us? Oh, it's because they have direct-to-fan and merch. Okay, let's go take a cut of that. So this represents a kind of a sea change in the industry. I'm glad you shared this article, AJ. Let me say thanks so much for sharing this article, dude. All right, cool. Let's move on. Next up, we got, would y'all mind feeding back on my landing page for the upcoming album? This will be sent to mailing list, posted about. I might Greenlight Warmth boost it, and I'll probably expose it to my press list, even though that's useless, yeah? Press lists can be useless. All right, let's check it out. By the way, dude, I think you went off, actually. I saw this. Control V. Timestamp is going to be, it's about 58 minutes. We'll say 58 minutes. Cool. So I saw this, dude, and Aaron, you murdered it. Like, I've never seen such an inspired design from an indie before. But this wrinkled paper texture, I love it. It adds something to the page. And then like wrinkled paper here too. Man, it's good. It really is good. If anything, what I would do, I won't even say it. I'll say it after. I'll just say like, you did a great job here, dude. You murdered it, okay? Now, let's do pure CSS ripped paper. I've seen some absolutely badass, like uneven lines, CSS outlines, jagged. Damn, I forget where I saw it, but I saw a fucking sick rough edges CSS. Yeah. Where's them rough edges at, dude? CSS rough edges. If I were going to do anything, I would either in pure CSS implement jagged edges. Yeah, this is kind of basic. Like I saw a sick one, which was like a new CSS property that allows you to define multiple border. Oh yeah. Multiple border radius CSS. Nah, I'm not gonna find it, but it was sick, dude. It really looked like someone cut it out. That said, I would take like a PNG of an actual piece of paper where we've got like a transparent background, and then I would load it, like, and maybe use some negative margining or something to put it behind this text. But that's like more trouble than it's worth, and I don't know how responsive it would be. Let's see how responsive this is. Ooh, nice job, AJ. Yeah. I would get this. Let's use DevTools for this, actually. I think this is sick, dude. I think you murdered it. I really do. Like, so much. Because, dude, it's not the fanciest in the world, and there's tons of conventions it breaks, but, like, it doesn't matter. When you go above and beyond to make something, like, kind of unique design-wise, it just doesn't matter that it, like, doesn't follow all of the recommended things, because it's so compelling already. Okay, let's go to iPhone X or iPhone 14 Pro Max. Yeah. So I would make this a little diff. So like this, right? Let's go to, what is this, a UL? Yeah. Contained in a diff. So what would we do? We do like max width. 50%? What does that look like? Oh, no. That doesn't control the whole thing. Padding left, maybe? 80px? Yeah. Something more like that, where it's more centered. And then maybe even grab this background and just do width. Instead of 100%, I would do like, let's try 80. Yeah. And then we'd have to do margin 0 auto. Text align. Or no, maybe it's align content center. I'm just playing around in CSS to see like what we have to change, Tej. Tej asked, wait, what are you doing? Because I run into this problem, I think, when building. So I'm just looking at what I would, like, I'm modifying CSS, but that's not what you would do. Now you could, like, for everything on this page, there's a CSS selector. And so the way it works is like, for instance, let's say we wanted to change this element, right? So let's do this. On any page on the internet, you can right click and go to inspect in Chrome, and that opens Chrome DevTools. Chrome DevTools is essentially like a set of different tools you can use to develop websites better. And so here is a layout. This Elements tab in Chrome DevTools, this is all of the HTML elements on the page. So pages are comprised of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript typically, okay? HTML is just like bones. It's the bones of the page. And you really can't change it much, except with like reactive frameworks, and we won't even get into that, but there are ways to change it. It's just like it typically doesn't change much. Every HTML element has a class or an ID or an attribute in the element that you can then select using CSS. And CSS is the skin of the page. It's the design, okay? So here's the CSS all up and down here. And you can see, like, if I hover over this element and we click on it, that will show me all of the CSS that applies to this element. At the top of each little block here, there's the selector. So dot is for a class, # is for an ID. So this says dot image dash container. That means the class is image dash container. But it might have multiple classes, multiple IDs, and there might be multiple style sheets applying to those. So it really depends. But for instance, like we got this, right? So we inspect this. Now this is, when you run over the elements list, it'll highlight what you're actually selecting. So I could select UL, but instead I'm going to select the div that the list is contained in, okay? And then I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, I don't like that this is, or maybe it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So let's go back to what it was. Okay. I don't like that this is left justified, right? It's sort of pushed out to the left. So what would I have to do to this to make it look how I want it? Okay, I could add some left padding. So for those of you who don't know, we have an element here. Margin is how far away it is from the next element or the containing element, right? So the parent element of this is this bullet list div right here. And so I could set a margin left, but let's look at what that does. If I want to put some left margin on this, 80px, actually that essentially does the same thing. So that's fine. But in some cases, like you need one or the other. Padding takes the element itself that you're adding the padding to, and it says any content in this element has to be at least this far away from this side. So padding left says any content inside of this div, which is all of this text and these little icons, any content inside of this has to be at least 80 pixels from the left-hand side of this container, okay? So that's your little CSS 101. And yeah, so what I would want to do is I'd want to slim up this paper element, which we already kind of did. By changing the width from 100 to 80. Now we just want it to be aligned, okay? We want it to be in the center. So maybe it's justify self center? No, it's not a flex box. All right, justify content center. No. Justify items center. No. That doesn't work either. I mean, could we use a text align here? I don't think so. No. That won't work either. I wonder what the F, you know? What the F, dude? Okay. Well, one way we could do it is we could just, here, let me go back to this. We'll make width 100 again. So width is 100%. And then we could just go to the parent element and say, padding. We'll do 0 for the top and bottom, or like let's do 20px or whatever it was. And then for the left and right, we will do 40px. Ooh. Do I even do that in? No, I don't. Okay, 40px. 80px? What the hell, dude? Padding left. 80px? Huh, that's not working. Anyways, fiddling with CSS is one way to very quickly, without going into the CRM's interface, play around with how a page looks. And then I can take those CSS changes and I can say, this is what I want to apply to the content in the page builder. It kind of defeats the purpose of having a page builder, because page builder is like, oh, I don't know CSS. I don't know HTML. So how can I build a page regardless? But nonetheless, it's how I like to modify pages before I go apply those changes. And there's custom CSS in every CRM page, so you could add it if you wanted to directly. The problem being that all of the CRM pages use Next.js, which hydrates and refreshes the content on the page. So anything you put in it, it might get a bit wonky if you don't account for all scenarios. All right, let's go to sites. We'll go to Happy Bappy album offer. Is that what it is? Yep. Happy Bappy murder ballads. I love it, dude. I freaking love it. I really do love it. Okay. Let's edit your page. Very cool. So let's go to the mobile view. And let's say on a mobile view, we want this row to have a smaller width, maybe? No, that's not it. Padding. Yeah, guy. Very nice. So yeah, it was side padding on the container. I knew it, dude. I knew it would be side padding on the container. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of how I would want it. Dude, let's add. So the cool thing about the CRM is we can add arbitrary classes. So let's say we'll call this class paper. Okay. We'll do paper, enter, and now we have the custom class paper, which means I can go to custom CSS and I can go and do dot paper this, okay? And now anything I put in this applies to that first element. So if I wanted to do border, we'll do 2px solid green border, okay? And then we'll save that. Do we actually have to click something to render it? Yeah, we do, don't we? Preview custom codes, maybe? Save. Interesting. Why can't I add a border to this? Is that real? Oh, wait. Is it IDs? Is that what I'm doing wrong? Is it IDs, gang? Chat? Is it IDs? No, it's custom classes. What the heck? Let's try to just add the ID. The default ID. 2px solid green. Maybe we'll do like important. And override the native. Yeah. There it is. Solid green border. Okay, cool. So we now know we have access to the CSS. We can add arbitrary CSS statements. Let's do wrinkled paper border CSS. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's pure CSS texture. I want the actual border, though. Okay? +20 cool CSS paper effects. Dude, I was looking at select menus. It's crazy what people do with CSS. CSS select. I was looking at this like last week. Awesome CSS select styles you can use right now. So there's so many websites that just give you the CSS for really cool effects. I'm trying to see if we have any like ripped paper effects here. Look at what people do with a computer, dude. There's a lot of fun you can have with a computer. CSS paper border effect. So I was looking at these last week because I want to maybe, as you guys who are on these streams frequently may know, I'm building this page right now. And actually, last week we got search up, so it took fucking forever to do this, but I have now an instance running custom open search. So when we search here, I don't know if I deleted the index, so it might not work, but let's say we do, first of all, let's add IndiePro Plus as the membership level. And now we could search like email marketing. Booyah! It works, dude. Yes. So now, I'm doubling back and cleaning up the data that powers this search. And then I want to surface individual lessons. So I want to say, yes, email marketing for musicians is like a training that relates to email marketing, your search term. But what if we could also have like, yeah, you got email marketing, you got these trainings. These all have email marketing in them. What if I could surface why we recommended these based on your search? Like what did this match? So I could put your search match in there, like a little snippet that says like, this lesson has this. And then maybe I could do even a full width like lesson pop out. So maybe you could like hover over this or click on it and it would pop out like a full width box like this. And it would show like, here's the training. Here's the lessons in it that match for your search term. Here's the relevance score, like how relevant they were to your search term. That'd be fucking sick. Now that's not MVP stuff. I should probably just finish cleaning the data and then get it on its way. But yeah, I really like it. We finally got search. And if you were with me last week on this live stream, you know I was struggle city with that. So we got the data cleaned and it looks great. All right, cool. Yeah, these custom select menus are nuts, dude. Look at this. There's some that are just mind-blowing. And you'll notice, like, the Shopify credentials, is that? Yeah. So when you register our custom integration for the CRM, just as a goof, I put this CSS pull, right? So when you select to pull products, it's this little like 3D smiley face that rolls from one end of the switcher to the other and lights it up and it smiles. Someone did that in pure CSS. Like, what kind of nutcases are we talking about here? People go nuts with internet. This select menu is sick. Look at this. Now, I feel like that would be a bit more distracting than it needs to be on the Vault, but it just goes to show you, like, this is what you can do. This one's cool. This one's pretty sick. I like this one. I was actually thinking about implementing that. This one's whack. I don't know why that's even included here. The card deck is kind of cool, but it just looks jank. Like if this were very clean and modern, this would be a sick effect, but it's not. So it looks jank. I like this one. I think this one's actually the cleanest. It's not too distracting. It's got some nice, pleasing animations. I like that one. I'm thinking about implementing that. So yeah, just to say that, like, you can do a lot of shit by just like finding work that people have done on CSS. Awesome CSS border animation examples. Yes, dude, this is what we were looking for. I'm pretty sure this is the one that had the crazy paper effect. What the heck? Get out of here. Rerun? Do I have to rerun it? Why is it doing this? When will what be released? The Vault page? Probably next week, TBH. Is that what you're talking about, Jordy? Okay, these kind of Yeah, clip path, dude. That's what it was. Clip path border effect. Is this it? No, that's not it. That's just an explanation of clip path. Yeah, the new Vault will probably be released next week. Because I just got to add a few things. So I need to make a mobile view for it, which I was going to start today after I cleaned some data. I got to make a mobile view for it. Not that people use our product on mobile. Like, I really don't think people should use our product on mobile. But if you do, I don't want you to be completely screwed and have it look terrible, right? So, like, this is what it would look like on mobile right now. Yeah, we want to fix that. So what I would have to do is I would have to collapse, basically to make a mobile view, this all needs to go into like a pop-up. So it would be like maybe like a short search bar at the top, then a list of all your Vault items, one at a time, so it'd be a one column row. So it would look like this. It'd be these items, just this column, right? Then it'd be a search bar at the top, like right here. And then next to it, there would be like a little filter icon on a button. And you click that and you get a full screen modal. Like, I really like Zillow's mobile view for this, actually. Where if you go to Zillow, right? And then we'll do DevTools and go to a mobile phone. Here, hold on. Let's just search for houses in Orlando. We'll skip this question. How do they do it? Yeah. So they do like filters right here, and then not exactly this view, because I would have it be search bar and then filters right here instead of sign in. But what I really like is when you click on the filters button, you get all of your filter options in one like pop-up modal, and then you apply it. And so I'm thinking that's the view, right? So we have column, search bar here, and then like a filters button right here. You click it, it pops open full screen. Hey, would you like to sort it somehow? Would you like to apply any of these filters somehow? And then you can apply them to your search. That's what I'm thinking. And I just got to make that, and then we got to make a notifications bar at the top for us to do all of the cool indie community notifications, and then Bob's Your Uncle, we're going to deploy it. Okay. Tej asks, so Aaron, great page. I'm not going to find this rip paper, and we're spending a lot of time on this, which is so unnecessary. So I'm going to delete this, save. We'll save your page, and we're going to move on to the next question. Tej asks, here's a big question. Time, how do you balance the creative work and making content with growing your business? So I think striving for balance is kind of a fool's errand. I, for instance, don't have work-life balance, okay? Since 2017, it's been work, and then there's some life after that. But oftentimes I will pack a dish. So I don't like go out to eat with friends. I don't go to the movies. I rarely go outside, TBH. On the weekend, I'll go to like the theme park with my wife and my daughter. After 5, so I get up at like 6:30 nowadays or earlier, work out, get up my daughter, get her breakfast, and then like one of our day sitters will arrive. I will then go right to work. So like typically I'm at the desk by like 7:30, 8. And then I'm working straight until 5. And then at 5, I am getting out, spending like an hour and a half with my daughter, putting her to bed. By 7 p.m., I'm back. And then I'll go and like take a little smoke break with the wife, come back inside, and then we're making dinner. And then I'm usually back to doing a little coding while she watches 90 Day Fiance. So like that's my life every day. And then on the weekends, it's that, except during the day, I'm like, you know, so yeah, during the day we're going to like theme parks, we're going to the zoo, we're taking Willow to all this different stuff to make her life full and, you know, rich. But that's my life. And like, it's been some version of that forever. Okay. So I don't do a whole lot of chilling, dude. So that said, getting it all done is really about prioritization. It's about like, you're not going to get it all done. There's tons of stuff I need to get done right now that I'm not getting done. Like my room's pretty messy. I would love to clean it and organize it and just be more clean and organized in general. Can't do it. Okay. I got to focus on coding because I'm learning coding right now. And I find that to be a very important high leverage skill for me to learn and apply. And if I've applied it a bunch on my own business, then like I've got a world of options ahead of me and I can really improve our product at a fundamental level. So like one of the things that I've noticed as like a challenge is that like, we teach online courses, right? At the do-it-yourself level, we offer IndiePro. It's a suite of online courses. Online courses as a concept are getting a little long in the tooth. There's AI incoming where I would much prefer to learn from an AI any subject than watch a video course, dude. I don't want to watch a video course, especially if I have to watch it. Now, listening, passive listening, I learn shitloads that way, more than I learn from AI. But when I'm actively learning, I'm at the desk and I'm learning, it's not a video course. It's talking to an LLM that has internet search access. And really the only future I see for online courses is that you can give an online course creator's knowledge base as a knowledge base that the LLM has access to, custom knowledge that it wouldn't have found in its training data. Like LLMs don't know about like, you know, ideal sequencing for fan growth marketing and like sequencing a music career. Like they don't know about that and indie and stuff like that. They know like general advice topics that you would get from like a blog article from like fucking Tone Den or some shit, right? Like they don't know the nitty gritty. So for all those nitty gritty, fill in the blanks, expert knowledge, subject matter expert type things, it'd be useful to be able to connect that knowledge base to an LLM and have that be the learning interface. And so like, that's a major competitive threat incoming for IndiePreneur. I need to be able to make changes to how our product works and what our product is. And so to do that, I need to be great at coding and getting things done on a computer and working with AWS cloud services. And so that's what I spend a majority of my day doing, even though there are tons of other things I could be doing. And so your question was, time, how do you balance the creative work and making content with growing your business? So I have largely personally, for my business, speaking personally, stopped making content. I make this content. And this might be a great way for me to get back to making content is I can do what I'm supposed to do all day, but I can also be here talking to you guys and I can just stream it because streaming is a viable content type for which there are large audiences. And if I can start to grow that, great, we're doing content. And then we can clip this, right? Someone else, you don't need a personality to clip it and put it out on socials and put it out on YouTube. So we can take clips from this and put it out. And that might be the way forward. But as speaking in the context of an artist, okay, I think that one of the main reasons that I have started more often to recommend this, like, do your year of content creation and release, is because I now empathize much more with time constraints than I did before I had a child. Once I had a child, I realized, I faded this child thing is like, it'll be easy. It's not easy. And there are very real time constraints, and your life changes in very real dramatic ways in terms of how much time you have available. And so now that I have that inside scoop on what it's like, I should really re-examine what I expect people to be able to do taking our advice. And so now my advice has changed dramatically to where it's like, dude, just focus on the content thing for a year. And that's not sellable, dude. Like, there are fucking music marketing gurus who are like, fucking blow up your Spotify right now, okay? There are people who like this one cool trick that if you just knew it, you would be famous tomorrow. And I'm over here selling you like, you should do boring content creation and release for a year. For a year, dude. What other music marketer types are telling you to do one thing for a year? None. Dude. So I understand it's not the most sellable advice, but I think it's the most accurate, and long term, I think people will appreciate it more than me selling you a bunch of fluff. I really do think you should do that for a year. And the reason I say that is because you do have these time constraints. You should not balance creative work and making content. You should become so good at creative work and making content that you can fucking do it in your sleep. Okay. And once you're there, now it takes much less time to do it. It's something you can maintain because you know it like the back of your hand, dude. And so I would say, know the first thing that you need to be good at, learn it like the back of your hand and take the time to do so. And then don't stack on anything else until it becomes 10x less demanding for you to fulfill the same output. So after a year of content creation and single releasing, I expect you to be about 10x better at making and editing content, maybe even bringing in other people to help you with it, which multiplies it even further. And then I expect you to be 10x better at creating archived singles and getting final mixes. Like, by going through that 12 times, you should get a lot better at it. Some of the obvious shitty things will go away. And then with releasing, I expect you to be, 10x or more better. So yeah, what I'm recommending is not to try to get it all done. And that's why I think it's a huge mistake to stack on too much too early, because there's no reason to do any of the more advanced stuff we teach until you feel like I have no problems getting new fans. That's not my problem at all. I crush it with short form vertical videos. I get organic attention with short form vertical. Because every time that we've taken the more advanced stuff and applied that, what we know, to an agency client who has already solved the I get attention part, we fucking generate millions of dollars for them, dude. So it's like, yeah, it's really easy when someone's already figured that out. It's shooting fish in a barrel. It'll be fucking easy to do an FSH. It'll be easy to do a sales campaign. It'll be easy to do an album launch if you have already figured out the getting fans and getting attention part. And we're here to help you with that. And so I don't think you will need to balance all of that. Growing your business will only be challenging at a technical level, okay? You just have to learn Facebook ads and email marketing and website building and funnel building. That's it. And then fulfillment and inventory and merch creation. But you stack these on one at a time. And I don't want you to have any questions about your ability to generate attention by the time you start doing all those things. So I wouldn't balance creative work and making content with growing your business. I would do creative work and making content until it's so easy and you're so good at it that you can take on a whole other project and you really don't feel that bad about it. What do you reckon, Danny Wright asks, what do you reckon is best thing to do to figure out why I get high pending payments? I want to try and bring it down if I can. Danny, I'd really want to dig into here. Let me do this and this and this and this. Cool. Danny, I'd really want to dig into your data. I don't know. What you could do is you could get an export of all your pending payments, an export of all your payments for the month of August. Send it to me. And then also send me an export of your Stripe data where those payments failed. So just export those payments. and export your PayPal. And if you send that to me, which is a lot of personal information, like, so I totally understand if you're trepidatious about sending that to me. But if you did send that to me, I could totally do it. I could totally figure out, like, what's going on here? Why is this happening? Or at least try to point indexically to why it's happening. Cool. We will save this. We will get out of here. And now let's just finish cruising through the group, because I do have a lot of shit to code. Hello, I sent emails using Klaviyo. Lately, a lot have been going to junk mail. It's good to know that it's not just the CRM, dude. Klaviyo too, dude. Drip too. A lot of shit's going to junk. This is what's happening. This is the clampdown on email marketing. I know because I am subscribed to my email list and I got the last email in junk, and some other people told me to. Yeah. Wow, dude. Thank you for saying so, because so many people in the group have the CRM that it seems like the CRM uniquely has issues with junk email and spam. And it's like, no, dude, it's everybody. They changed how it works. And there are ways to mitigate it. So let's talk about those. Okay, your timestamp is 1:28. 1 hour and 29 minutes. We'll say that. Yeah. All right, cool. So first, let's look at Klaviyo dedicated IP. Okay. So you can reach out to your customer success manager to ask about a dedicated IP. And if you have a dedicated IP, you won't be sharing the IP that's actually the server that sends out your email, not signs it. I mean, it does sign it, but it does it with another key. The server that sends out your email has its own address, okay? When you're using a service like Klaviyo or Drip or MailChimp or, yes, the CRM, typically you're on a shared server. So there's an email server sitting in a rack somewhere in a data center, and it has its own IP address, okay? And that IP address is how Gmail and Outlook and Yahoo know the email server, okay? So Gmail and Outlook and Yahoo and, God forbid, Hotmail are collecting data about the IPs that send them stuff, okay? They send them email. And when they get a obviously spam email, or someone marks an email as spam, or someone complains, or an email has just too much spammy shit in it and they detect it automatically, they then say, hey, this IP sends spammy email sometimes. And if that happens a lot, an IP itself, a server itself, can get a bad reputation. And so there are two ways to mitigate it. One, through good list hygiene and ensuring a high open rate and high click rate at all times, pruning your list for people who do not answer your emails, and making sure that, like, your email list is always just only people who open and click. If you do that, Klaviyo or MailChimp or Drip, they'll say, hey, you're a good sender. We don't want you on our shitty, we have 100 servers, and these are our shitty ones that have all the spammers on it. We don't want you on there. You're good. We'll put you on the good server with all the other goody two-shoes who practice good list hygiene, and we'll send you out with them. And so now you're unlikely to be on a bad IP. Not all email marketing platforms do this effectively, okay? So, you know, depending on, and it's a black box. We don't know. We don't know what MailChimp or Drip or Klaviyo's practices are for how often they take a look at your sending practices, take a look at your rates, and then move you to another server. It probably happens programmatically and automatically, but we just don't know. Okay, so it could be that it doesn't happen at all. It could be that you're just like, we don't care what your practices are. You're just on a random server with a bunch of other random people. We don't know. So good list practices will place you on the best servers theoretically, but we don't know for sure. On MailChimp, I do know for sure. On Drip, I kind of know for sure. But on Klaviyo, I have no idea. Then you could just purchase your own IP. Say, when you send my email, I want to buy an IP address, and always use that to send. You may or may not be on a dedicated server, but you will have a dedicated IP for sure. And what that does is it says to the email, like Gmail or Outlook or whoever's receiving the email, hey, you have no history on this. The only history you'll have on this IP is from the person sending. Okay, so you don't have to suffer because someone else on your shared IP is a spammer. And so there's two things you can do to mitigate it. Dedicated IPs cost money. I don't know how much they cost with Klaviyo, but they don't just offer them directly. You have to reach out to them. And they're going to look at your overall reputation. Successful example of a male-female collaboration promoted on TikTok. Sure. Yeah. Sure I do. Now, if I remember correctly, signing into TikTok is an absolute nightmare for me on live. So, yeah. But we'll try. We'll do our best. Okay, timestamp is going to be 1 hour and 33 minutes. Cool. Let me try to sign into TikTok so I can show it to you. But I remember I don't have it on my phone, and I don't ever sign in on here. Okay, trying to sign in. Dude, I don't want to sign up. I already have an account. Maybe continue with Facebook? Is Facebook working? No. Dude, what the hell? What in the hell? Let's try with Google again, maybe? Was that it? Am I in? No, I logged into IndiePro's account. Shit. Shittles. I don't want to be in IndiePro's account. Continue with Googlies. Maybe it's my some kid punk email, maybe? What in the hell going on, though? No, dude, that's not it. Oh, this is so annoying. Dude. Dude. Did we do it? Is that... Oh, that's not it. Dude, this is where having 8 different emails really fucks you. Use phone, email, username. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. I'll put in my phone number, and we'll see what's up, dude. We'll see what's up. 346. Okay. 107346. Sorry that I put your timestamp, and then the timestamp for like 2 minutes is just me trying to sign into TikTok. But I promise it'll be worth it, because I do have examples. Okay, cool. Here we are. Here's my TikTok account. Now let's go to view prof. We'll do favorites. And then let's scroll down my bookmarked posts. And this is where I do exactly the practice I recommended earlier in the stream, is I just I bookmark posts that are relevant, that could, maybe fans of this could like what I do. And it's doing well, so I should know about it, okay? I know there was definitely a male-female collab. It's like a folky thing. It's folky. And they're sitting outside. So we're looking for an outdoorsy scene. We're looking for outdoors, guys. No, that's not it. Where in the hell? No. No. Nope. Nah. Yeah. Dude, where is it? It's folk singers, and they that song where it's like, I do love my ma and pa, ding 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 ding. Yeah, that one. That one, I think they did that. They're very much that type of. It might even be that group. I don't know. Damn it, dude. I feel like we're close though. I have so many. Look at how many posts I have, dude. Where the hell? Is this really the end? Shit, dude. We didn't find it. Maybe I could check content database. Let's go to IndiePreneur. Let's go to my content workshop and let's use the spreadsheet we made for all of our IndiePro members. Dude, we figured it out. All right, so for those of you who are not in IndiePro, just so you know, this is the type of gas you have access to when you join IndiePro. In addition to, if you join annual, you get a free CRM and you replace email marketing and Squarespace and whatever else you're using. How to Dominate Social Content is a workshop I did earlier in the year, and each workshop comes with resources, and this one certainly does as well. So we have this content machine template spreadsheet that comes preloaded with all of my inspo. So you go to seeds, and then for genre, let's do filter by condition, text contains, folk. I should have done this to begin with, dude. Okay. It's not that one. I don't think it's this one. We're looking for folk acoustic. Is it this one? No, that's not it. Is it these? Nope. Nope. Oh, sick. I mean, here's a male-female collab, dude. Nice, dude. Oh, okay. I could have filtered by... ooh, let's do that. That's even easier. Dude, I already have filters for what you're asking for. This is sick. Let's do blank and this. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Oh, Burn the Jukebox. Our NDX clients. Who I found them here before they were an NDX client. And then they reached out to us, which is sick. But yeah, there's males and females in this group. So this qualifies, dude. Interesting. Cool effect. Cool effect, dude. Yeah, so that's only the ones that are in my content database, but there's another one that, like, I just don't... I must not have added them, or they must not have been in my bookmarks. Let's go to For You, the dumpster fire that is For You, and see if we can
3, 2, 1. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's a bad idea, actually. We'll be here forever. So that's what I would recommend is use the seeds, but yeah. I mean, there's tons. There's also this group that I know exists on TikTok, but we did not find. What's that song? Me, oh my, ma, and pa. It's home. Okay. Maybe we'll go tiktok.com and we'll search home Edward Sharp.
Ma'am? Ma'am.
Edward Sharp. Oh, it's them. This is... Dude, we found it. This is them. Sarah Beth Lieb. Oh, dude, we found it. Let's go. Let's go. All right, this lady... collabs with her male guitarist friend all the time.
Part-time lover and a full-time friend. The monkey on your back is the latest trend. I don't see what anyone could see in anyone else.
All right, cool. So we got some good examples, dude. Your inspo is gonna be Sarah Beth Music. SARABETH Music. Music is spelled like music. And then let's see if we can look at their. I mean, it's a cover collab, so it's not like the same.
Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my ma and pa, not the way that I do love you.
Well,
Bookmark.
holy moly, me, oh my, you're the apple of my girl. I've never met one like you.
Very cool. Yeah, we found it. Let's go. Cool. So that question is answered. That question was answered. Okay. Yep. Consultants are cool. I never use consultants, but actually, you know what, dude? Should we rant here for a second? No, let's not rant. We don't need to rant. But I disagree. Actually, I'll just say really quickly that what is it? So we'll do 1 hour and 41 minutes. Okay, cool. I am going to say something because I'll say this, right? Mr. Beast is telling his staff to seek consultants in all cases. If there's anything you got to do, first ask, is there a consultant who can help me do this better? Now, what if, right? What if Mr. Beast, who really invented the current game of YouTube right now, he invented it, okay? He took a look at the landscape, saw what was working, decided I should actually optimize for these things, optimize for them, and found unique methods for optimizing for them. What if he had sought a consultant for how to grow a YouTube channel as fast as he did? Right? He would have never changed the game because he would have listened to what some chucklehead was already doing, not knowing that he is actually the person who will define how to grow the fastest on YouTube for the next decade. So I don't agree with the advice to always seek a consultant. Because a lot of times you could end up paying a shitload of money to someone who thinks you need faster horses instead of telling you to invent cars. And what if you're the person, what if you're Henry Ford? Don't get a consultant. And so that's gonna, in a broad majority of cases, that's not gonna be you, right? In a broad majority of cases, you should. The problem being you don't know when. So it's like, I could find a consultant who knows how to program and like get an hour consult with them, spend a boatload of money, and be like, what should I learn to like program for my company? Or I could just fucking go do it, dude. Like, you have all the learning resources in the world now. And there's no one right way to do anything. So I wouldn't agree that like you should always use consultants, because you end up like, it's sort of a learned helplessness where like every time you want to do something, you got to go pay a consultant. Like, fuck that, dude. I don't use consultants for almost anything. There are some things where I would. Like, if I need to build a sales team, yeah, it's so out of my depth and so against my, like, native skills, which is, like, I'm good at pull, I'm not good at push. Or no, I am good at push, I'm not good at pull. Whatever it is. I'm not good at cold emailing and cold calling. And then turning someone into a sale over the phone. I'm good at selling en masse through content, education, helping people before they pay you to help them. That's what I'm good at. I'm not good at selling like one-to-one. And so I would probably reach out to a sales consultant. But there's certain things where you should never reach out to a consultant. And it's hard to know when. My background on my published site is super... Yeah, in the settings of your site, there's an option to toggle image optimization. Yep, that's correct. Okay. Samantha Margot Buckingham says, I've been running the new iteration of my FSH for 6 weeks and looking to see where I can optimize. Sales page clicks through to Thrivecart order page is 14%. All right, so your conversion from sales page to order page is 14%. Your conversion rate on Thrivecart is 14%, which means what's, let's say you get 100 clicks from the ad. We'll times that by 14. Or times that by 0.14. 0.14, and we'll times that by 0.14. That results in like 2 clicks to your two sales. 100 clicks results in 2 sales. You have a 2% conversion rate. Meta campaign click to purchase rate 2.22%. Yeah, that makes sense. My funnel to help increase sales based on sales page and Thrive card conversion rates. Any ideas where I could start? But the CTP, what's the CTP? Click through to purchase. Oh, got it. 2% is the actual literal industry agnostic benchmark. What the heck? For add to sales. I would focus on, or rather, let me just say this. I'll just do it as a response. Timestamp is going to be 1 hour and 45 or 46 minutes. Cool. So, Sam, I would say 2.22% is actually like literally on the nose the benchmark standard for an ad campaign to a product purchase. Okay. Now 2% happens to be like regardless of offer. It's just that it has to be a sale. So a sales campaign is supposed to convert at 2%. Like anything below it, you're doing bad. Anything above it, you're doing great. And you're slightly above it. And so I would say your next marginal 10% increase in profitability, in customer generation, in sales is not going to come from trying to increase that much further. It's probably going to come from your upsell rate, upsell take rate, and your customer lifetime value. Okay. And these are all things that happen after the purchase. You could do better you could put a bunch of work in to do better ad creative and try to get a 0.5% gain on your purchase rate. But that doesn't really change things dramatically because on 100 clicks, let's say that you have a 10%, you don't. You have a 1% click-through rate. Conventional wisdom would say, right? So let's maybe do whiteboard. Is there a whiteboard with a calculator? Math whiteboard, dude. Let's go. Create or join a whiteboard now. Very cool. Click the new whiteboard button. Very cool. Getting started. Yeah. So let's say you get 1,000 clicks. And we're going to say out of those, you get let's say a 2% click-through rate would be 20 people, right? So you're actually going to have to purchase, in order to get, this times 5 equals 100, right? So in order to get 100 clicks, you need to purchase 5,000 impressions, right? Is that right? Yeah, it is. Cool. So let's say your cost per impression is like 20 bucks. Or cost per milli, CPM. So 20 times 5 is going to be $100. So in order to get 100 clicks, you need $100. All right? Now, if you only get 2 people to purchase, you need those 2 people to be worth 100. Let's say you get 3. Actually, that does change it dramatically. Yeah, if you could get that up to 3%, I guess that'd be a lot better. Because now we only have to do, instead of a $50 LTV that we need to make up just to break even, that would go down to a $33. If you could get it up to 4%, then that would be a $25. So yeah. But after that, it drops off dramatically, right? We go from 25 to 20. Then with an additional percent, we go from like 20 to like 17 or something like that. So it drops off. The drop off is like probably after 4%. After 4%, it's like, yeah, your marginal increase is not going to be that much better. That said, like your purchase rate, let's try this, right? Let's embed the ThriveCart order page on the sales page. So let's get rid of that click through to the ThriveCart order page, okay? Let's embed it on the sales page, which you can do with Thrivecart embeds. Unless you're an annual member and you can just do it all in the CRM, because that's going to be your quickest route through, because Thrivecart embeds have to load external JavaScript and load all that shit into the page. Whereas on the CRM, if you did it there, it's instant. It's going to load, okay? So if you can do it on the CRM and you are an annual IndiePro Plus member, like I would do it there. But if you must do it through a website in Thrivecart, I would do the Thrivecart embed on the page. Let's get rid of the extra friction because we're losing a lot to that. So that's one. Get rid of the extra friction. No 2 steps. It should be 1 step. Sales page, I want to buy. If I click a button to buy and I don't see the order form on my screen, it scrolls me to it or it pops it up. But we're not waiting for a whole other page to load before we buy, okay? We do the selling and the purchasing on the same page. That's 1. 2, I mean, once you do that, I would then run it for like a week or 2 and see what that brings up your click to purchase rate. And then beyond that, like I gave you the numbers on screen, right? So let's look at it again. Here is your CPM, right? Let's do CPM. If we can get this to go down, that's helpful. Okay. Here's your, let's say your click-through rate could be higher than 2%, which is unlikely, right? But we'll just call this a 2% CTR, right? If you could get this up, which I'm sure it's different than this, right? But that's just like kind of standard. It might even be lower than that, right? If you get that up, click-through rate up and CPM down, which would probably involve better ads. That's great. Then, if we can get the sales conversion rate up just by removing the friction of a brand new page, don't load a Thrivecart order page, load it in the sales page. That's great. But ultimately, at the end of the day, no matter what you do here, I would imagine your average LTV for a customer is not where it needs to be. Because even if we got, right, even if we got, let's say we got CPM down. Here, let's clear all this. How do we clear? Yeah. So let's say our CPM, which it won't be until like Black Friday's over, but let's say we got it to like $15, right? So we have a $15 CPM. Let's say your CTR, and this is very ambitious to do, but let's say it's 5%. Okay? And then let's say your conversion rate from click on the ad to purchase is 4%. Okay? Let's say that. So that means we're going to have a $15 CPM. Your click-through rate is going to be 5%. So out of 1,000 impressions, we will get 5% CTR. That's going to be 50, and we need 100. So we're going to need 1,000 impression equals 50 clicks. So that means 2,000 is going to be 100. Cool. So that's how we get our 100 clicks benchmark. Cool. So that's 2,000 impressions, or at a CPM of $15, $30. Okay. Now, if your purchase rate from this, get 4 customers, it's 4%, then they each need to be worth, in order to break even, $7.50, which is much more manageable. So we need each of those 4 customers to be worth $7.50. And if your average LTV is at that now, then great. It's a worthy goal to get these numbers to what I just outlined. But those are very ambitious numbers. And I'm happy to run it like a $20 for the business, for entrepreneur. I'm happy to run it like a $20 CPM or higher. I'm happy to run at a 1 to 2% click-through rate. I'm happy to run at a 2% conversion rate. Why? Because it's about LTV. At the end of the day, maximizing these numbers is great and all, but it will just make you the fastest to the customer. It'll just make you the best 30-day value. And any business that optimizes for this and doesn't eventually optimize for LTV fails. Without question, they fail. Because what they got really good at is a poverty mindset. I need to make this money back in 30 days so bad, and I'm going to focus on it, and I'm going to get these numbers to where they need to be so that my ad campaign prints me a tasty $10 per customer, immediately. Great, you got $10 per customer immediately. Your ability to scale that without your numbers completely fucking up is none. You have no ability to scale that. It will never run much higher than it currently runs. You can try out $1,000 a day budgets, and you might let those run for a little while, but you'll never scale it because you focus so intently on this very strict set of criteria. And I've been through this as a business owner, so I totally not speaking out of turn here. This is something I've been through and I've seen other people go through. If you optimize for this 30-day value, you will eventually have to stop doing that because you'll need to scale it up, and scaling it up. So you can focus on this until you realize you have LTV problems, and then you can focus on LTV until you realize that these numbers need to fucking go. These numbers need to go up and down, right? Your click-through rate needs to go down. Your CTR and your CB need to go down, and your CPM needs to go up because you need more. You're much more worried about the LTV and the long-term viability than you are about whatever else. So yeah. I think it's never too early to start focusing on LTV, but these are your numbers, right? And you can plug this calculation in anywhere you want, right? You take your current CPM. If it's higher than $20, you could probably get it down with ad creative and smarter campaign structure. If your click-through rate is lower than 1%, you could probably get that up. And then if your conversion rate is lower than 2%, you can probably get that up. But you're not going to get much higher than 5% is nuts, okay? In fact, what are we looking at? Let's say we have 100 clicks. What are the classic 40-10-10, right? 100 clicks goes into 40 clicks with the opt-in page on a classic napkin project funnel, which becomes 10% of that, 4 purchases. Yeah, so 4% purchase rate is not crazy, something that we used to do all the time in digital marketing. It's just you need a good funnel for that and good ad creative. And then that would turn into a 0.4% or 0.4 upsells, core offers. So this funnel is the napkin project. It would be ad click to free lead magnet offer. Thank you page will be a tripwire, low dollar cost offer. Thank you page of that, upsell, one-click upsell to core offer. And then I think it's profit maximizer, which is very few people take, lower conversion rates. Anyways, that's your math. And I would say your fixes are, yes, you can do better ad creative. Always, probably. But you're not going to get much higher than 2% click-through rate. 2% is really good already. And then it's a mistake to have if you're dealing with these kinds of issues. The first thing you can do is not make the client's browser reload another page. Go to a completely different domain. It's such a context switch, and they have to wait for it to load. And ThriveCart isn't particularly fast at loading pages to begin with. So might as well, while they're reading the sales page, have the ThriveCart embed load towards the bottom of the page while they're reading through the top of the page. And if they click a button, it scrolls them down, and we've already got the checkout right there, and they don't have to load another page. That's an easy optimization to make. Beyond that, you're going to run into the problems I went over. I hope that makes sense. Pointing the website I made in CRM to my actual old website. Let's say 1 hour, 58 minutes. Christian, I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mean you want to point, you're saying point the website I made in the CRM to my actual old website? Do you mean you want, when people visit your domain now, you want it to point to an old website you built somewhere else? Or do you mean you want the domain for your new CRM built website to be the domain that's on your old website? Like the address. I don't really know what you mean. It's a confusing question in my defense. Hey, I'm tired, but sick. We got a Louis George weekly update. It's another one where my time has been spent recording and gig prepping. It's all very important. It sadly means my updates aren't nearly as exciting from a marketing perspective. This week, we headed into the studio and recorded a reference for the drums. Our producer is working on the MIDI drums for all 10 tracks on the new album. He sent one over and it already sounds awesome. FSH has been doing well this week compared to how I was getting almost 0 sales at the start of the month, so while I don't understand exactly why it's performing better now, I'll happily take it. I had to spend some time getting ready for the show on Saturday. I have to do it again for Thursday's show, but after that we haven't gotten anything booked for ages. The show itself was good, albeit 1 or 2 technical problems. Speaking of shows, we've confirmed one of our tour dates. We'll be confirming another two towards the end of this month. Daily organic posting has been trundling along as always. I've started trying to up it to 2 TikTok posts a day, and it's not been doing too badly, but I'll have to see if I can maintain the workload over the next week since I think 2 posts might be pushing myself. Let's go, dude. Let's go, Lewis. 1 hour, it's 2 hours. Lewis, thank you so much for the update. I'm glad your FSH is producing sales now. Hell yes. And I'm generally inspired by your consistency in these updates. I really appreciate it. For me, I struggled through coding up our search database. So in order to power, basically for the past month and some change, I've been working on this page to replace our training and workshops vault. And we could rope in some other things to it. So it's got filters, which were easy to code up and make look nice. It has sorts, which the sorts were relatively easy to code up. Popularity, most recent, all that jazz. The search bar, though. In order to do this, I had to take all of our content on WordPress, transcribe all of the videos that are in that content, stuff the transcripts and the content into a search and optimized database, which I had to then self-host with a new Amazon EC2 instance. So we have a brand new server that's running OpenSearch so that this search bar will work. I didn't do it just for this search bar. There's tons of other shit that it's enabling that I'm very excited about, but that's just the first step for this search bar. But now the search bar works to where you could do fan finder and it'll search and find you all the fan finder stuff. And then you can change the sort method. It automatically goes to search relevance and does it by search score or relevance score. But we could do most recent. We could do popularity. I've also coded a database to make popularity work. So when you click on this button, it pings our server, stores that you clicked it, not you specifically, but just anyone clicked it. And then it then queries that to get the popularity sorting. And so that's what I did last week, all just data transformation. It wasn't even coding this search bar. It wasn't even, starting the server was easy. Installing OpenSearch was easy. Actually transforming the data, getting all the posts from WordPress, and then removing all the HTML tags, and then getting all the video links from the post meta, and then taking those video links and turning them into transcripts and stuffing it back into the content. That was so fucking hard. Data transformation is insane. I don't know how anyone does it, or I'll have to learn from someone who does it well, but I do not. So that's my update. I hope that helps. But now we're past it. Search works. Just got to refine it. Very excited. My campaign still isn't profitable. Okay. So a week ago, I was thinking about shutting off my FSH campaign until the end of the year, but I saw Aaron Trump mention here that he was running his at $3 a day and still making sales. So instead of shutting my campaign off, I cut the budget and my ROAS actually went up. Yeah, at lower scale is complex. And when you scale, you drop efficiency always. There's an inverse relationship between scale and performance. And it's very easy to perform. You'll notice that some of your ads have only ever gotten $3 in spend, and they have a 40x ROAS, right? It's just the luck of the draw, right? Low scale means you're ideally, most cases, it's going to have higher performance than when you scale it up. Because it's actually just skimming the cream off of the top, right? That's what low scale does. It's just, well, we only have to spend on the absolute best opportunities. We don't have a lot of money to spend. My campaign still isn't profitable, and I'm looking down the barrel of some hard financial decisions the next few months and probably need to dial the budget down even more. You could just shut it off, dude. It does not have to be this. It does not have to be this troublesome a decision. You can just shut it off and come back to it at a later time. But I'm confident that I can get it to a place that's financially sustainable so that I can keep growing my audience no matter what. I mean, you can keep growing your audience for free. Let me be very clear about that. You do not need an FSH to grow your audience. But if you want to grow customers, like, it is a great way to do it. But if it's not profitable, there's no... Man, maybe I should... Yeah, let's timestamp this. Your timestamp is 2 hours and 4 minutes. If your FSH is not profitable, there is no reason to continue running it if you're outside of testing. There's no reason. There's no reason, especially if you don't have back-end processes to make an unprofitable 30-day, unprofitable in a 30-day window customer be profitable in a 90-day window. If you don't have any processes that change a losing 30-day customer to a profitable 90-day customer, there's no reason to keep an unprofitable campaign on. So, like, don't feel any type of way about shutting it off, trying to focus on other things that contribute to that result, like content and single releasing, until you feel, oh, you know what? I'm way better at creative now. I now look back at the creative I was running for my FSH and I'm like, what was I doing? And I could do it much better now. Okay, let's get up to the bat again. But there's no reason to continue running something that's losing you money. Just started out boosting posts this week for, oh yeah, I saw this. Got booked for a gig in about a month in London. Not an ideal lead time for promo. What would you do with a month to get some ticket sales? I don't know, but this sounds like an Andy Hunter question for sure. In it, mate. Yeah, people are having rough times with the election season, dude. Election season is skyrocketing. Oh, we have a question in chat. Hi, sir. Would be great to get help/advice on my disabled ad account. This is the message I received through Meta Verified after a phone call today, after which the chat got closed all suddenly. Thank you for your patience. Our internal team indicates that the restriction is at the user level. That is why you also see this at advertising account level. However, you can only request an assessment for this in Business Support Home. I would like to advise you to keep an eye on your Business Support Home regularly. Perhaps a reassessment opportunity will become available. I mean, I don't know why. Okay. I would also advise you go through the following steps to see whether you will immediately receive a reassessment opportunity. Log out of Meta, clear cache and cookies, remove all plugins. Try performing the action from another profile. Try performing the action from another browser or another computer or from an incognito screen. Change the language on Meta. Is this a real support message? This doesn't sound like... What's Meta Support Pro, dude? Is this real or are you getting fished right now? Okay. I mean, I got a message from these guys. So I know this is real. Meta support, interesting. This is very weird. I've never seen this type of post. This all doesn't work. I'm at a loss right now. Okay, so we've had multiple people on our team, myself included, get restricted from advertising at a user level. And what we've done to deal with it, and this isn't official advice because it could result in like further restrictions that are even more severe, but we never got that, is we just use a different profile. So like Jack, for instance, got banned and he had to use his girlfriend's profile to run ads for like up until like, it was years. I had a whole other Facebook account. My account I'm messaging from right now used to be Circa Moto. And I had another account, Kyle Lemaire. And when I got Circa Moto banned somehow, I ran from Kyle Lemaire until it got removed. And then I went back. Then I deleted Kyle Lemaire. So, I mean, another account is like not only an option, but it's one that we've all used. So I would say that, dude. This sounds complex. I don't know why you got banned. It sounds terrible. But what you can do... Now, in order to do that, you would need to in order to do that and use the same ad account and the same page, you need to give permissions. So if there's any other profile that has permissions on your ad account or permissions on your Facebook page and Instagram profile, you'll have to go give those to your new profile or just use that one if you got it. Other than that, you would have to then create, let me see, okay, you're banned from the ad account. You can still change permissions on the business, right? So you could give someone permission. Yourself, probably. And like for the ad account, you could just make a new ad account and a new pixel. That's not really that big a deal anymore. It's less of a black box as to how the learning accumulates, and we don't really care about the learning on the pixel. We just care about the pixel for registering conversions. So you're all good there. Okay, it looks like Joseph answered this one. It looks like Joseph answered this one. Answer that with a quick text. Has anyone experienced with using Spotify's Shopify integration? I'm curious if it works and could be profitable for the extra cost of $28 a month. Well, are you saying the integration costs that much, or just having a Shopify account costs that much? All right. Yes. Cool, that was answered. We'll answer this one. 2 hours and 10 minutes. Amanda, you'll wanna create a tags column in your import that has all the tags that you previously used. Other than that, I see no reason. As long as you're not exporting unsubscribed people too. So if you already have unsubscribed people, don't export them. Only export those who are subscribed. For your unsubscribed people, export them separately with their own tag that says unsubscribed, and then later we'll use that tag to say anyone who has this tag, they're on the do not disturb list until they opt in again. Other than that, I really don't think there's anything, because your anything you relied on should come in the form of tags in a tags column, and then it'll be added to the contacts when you import them. So you're all good there. I'm noticing quite a lot of venues, not all of them, don't come at me, aren't too keen on bands self-hiring for shows anymore. I wonder why this is. I've been doing it for years before and always had great results. Interesting. Booking everything without a promoter. Yeah, no. I mean, first of all, let's answer this. 2 hours and 12 minutes. Yeah, so like, I don't know what, like, who Jack Guy is, and I don't know where he's getting his information. But if anything, venues have gotten way more okay with self-hiring, if that's what we're calling it. Self-hiring is way more okay now than it was when we started in 2017, because there's a lot larger market segment is independent, and indies much prefer now, because the market's way more educated, thanks in part to us, among others, that there's all these benefits to self-hiring, like selling your own tickets, tracking conversions, being able to do your own promo with conversion tracking and optimization, upsells to your ticketing, all these, there's so many benefits, right? And costs, you know, and like making more of your own profit, right? You don't have to pay a booker a percentage or a promoter a percentage. So self-hiring is definitely more in vogue now And the only people who have problems with self-hiring are those who are under contract with Live Nation and Ticketmaster, because they literally can't allow it. So yeah, I would highly doubt that that's the case. I highly doubt that venues are less okay now with self-hiring, quote unquote. Now, if you're talking about support staff, like people running the boards and shit, like, yeah, maybe they're less okay with that. But if self-hiring does mean no booker, no promoter, you're renting out the venue, no, that happens way more frequently now, not less. So I disagree with that. Hey everyone, question about the new Creative Juice episode, using viral giveaways to grow your fan base. Just curious if anyone has found step-by-step trainings on how to do one properly. Example, sites to use this, email structures, bonus extras, etc. I'm looking to run one and just looking for a blueprint so I'm not running blind. Thanks so much. We do not have a training on this specifically, but a lot of what we would teach on the subject is already in Grow Your email/text list. I think that's what it's called. It's not the actual contest mechanics. We use viper.io for giveaways/contests, and there is a discount for it in your indie deals section. Cool. Yeah, so I'll speak on this. I already kind of spoke on it, but Josh is talking about like he's getting distracted a lot and not, being as productive as he'd like to in the music department. So let's just do 2 hours and 15 minutes is about your timestamp. So Josh, we just talked about this earlier in the stream, but I would say I go through seasons of life where I have a primary focus during this season. My season right now is programming and web development. And so, yes, I can fit in other things, and I do, but never at the detriment of my learning and progress in programming and web development. And the vehicle I'm choosing to express that skill is IndiePreneur. I'm trying to program and do web development to improve IndiePreneur's IndiePro product, okay? And so my main priority is that. And if I have to do other things, I'll try to do them quickly. And if I don't have to do other things, I generally just continue programming. And it won't be like that forever. It's just the season. I like to use these seasons as like overarching narratives for what am I focusing on during this time in my life, not just to remind me of what I should be doing most optimally, but also to remind me that it's not forever. And so if there are things that are breaking because I'm in this season, that's okay. I will be out of this season soon, okay? So it's okay if these other things kind of deteriorate a little bit. It's okay if they fall compared to where they were before because I'm in this season. And then we also talked in this stream already about what your first year would look like and what I want to see from you before you're even building websites and doing sales stuff. And music creation and content creation are a huge part of that. So I would skip back to like sort of my rants on content creation in sort of like that first year because it might be your fifth year, it might be your 10th year where you need to do that. But at some point, you should only focus on releasing singles and making promotional content to support those singles until you're so good at that you can do it in your sleep. Because then you will never actually let that deteriorate. You're so good at it that it's just going to maintain quality, and the quality is sufficient that doing other things becomes very easy. Like, okay, I want to run an FSH campaign. Okay, well, how am I going to get attention? I already have a huge following. because I do content that performs very well. Well, how am I going to get my ad creative? Well, I just have posts that have performed very well. I'm just going to plug those in. So now all I need to worry about is inventory, building the funnel, and then building the follow-up automation. Everything beyond that is pretty taken care of for me. The fundamental prerequisite to doing well with independent music career is that base. That base that you want to have is like, I could fucking create high-performing content and release singles in my sleep. That's what you want. Okay. So weird. Yeah, t-shirt scammers. This is so weird. I haven't seen that at all. Weird. New scams. Can I get your... Oh! Maybe they want to sell unauthorized merch with your autograph. Damn, these t-shirt scammers are going off, dude. That's how you know we're making strides and waves for indie artist direct-to-fan merch being the new vehicle for monetization. That's how you know we're succeeding, is because the scammers have picked up on it. Are like, oh, we can make money off of that. Yep. Insane CPM makes perfect sense. Okay, all right, I'll try that. Thanks. Hope it works long term. It doesn't lead to their accounts banned as well, because I hear they might track IP addresses and payment options as well. Any idea if Jack, for example, ever got his real account back for advertising? Yeah, Ton, he did. Yes. How do I put here? Reply to this, and I'll say timestamp is your timestamp is 2 hours 20 minutes, just in case you left the stream. Cool. So yes, Jack did get his regular account back, and his other account that he used never got banned, and mine didn't either. So yes. I'm doing my ultimate album launch and was thinking it would be awesome to have a discussion board at the bottom of each page. Has anyone ever done this? Yes. Timestamp is going to be 2 hours and 20 minutes. 20 minutes and like 30 seconds. Yes. So the very first Ultimate album launch had a discussion board at the bottom of each content page, and the way you would do it, let's see here, high level Facebook, or no, high level comments element. Okay, well, this company does it. Do you have to pay for it, though? This is a pretty jank website for a company. Oh, no, this is better. Okay. Pricing. Yeah, okay. Your first one's free, so you pay nothing there. Per 100,000 page loads, it's $1. Okay, that's doable. Per admin, your first one's free. Per moderator. Okay, yeah. I would do this. Do the Fast Comments Flex plan. It's probably like $1 a month max for you. Do this. Fast Comments Flex, and then they have a high-level integration. Aside from the possibility that high level has a comments element, but I don't think they do. Yeah, I don't think they do. I mean, their memberships do, I think. Comments. Yeah, you can do it in memberships, just not in and I wouldn't use a membership for UAL. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you could use an external at $1 and then cancel it when you're done with your UAL. It's called fast comments, and they integrate directly. Oh, it's for a course. What the hell, dude? Membership sites and regular Go have. Okay, cool. Very cool. Where's the regular site? Oh, yeah, guy. Member site customization. Yeah. Open the editor. Find a place on the page where you want to add comments. We'll do a 1 column with custom HTML, and then we'll enter their JavaScript, and boom, you got comments. Cool. Yeah, that works. All right. Yeah, it's default. Problem with links in email campaign CRM. I just sent an email and in text copy added a link to our website. However, to the recipient subscriber email, the link points to some weird long URL, which obviously doesn't exist. Yeah, that's just your redirect, is it not? All right, I will go to your account right now and try to diagnose what happened here. What the heck? IndiePro. Okay. What's the name of your band, though? Imonin? I gotta find you by team. Let me just copy your name here. Cool. That's gonna be for Sa Kiljua. Let's go to that. Cool. And here we are in your account. And let's find out why this happened. Okay. So you sent out an email. Let's go to preview. Okay. I mean, that worked. What else? Is this the one that failed? When was your comment? Your comment was a day ago on September 26th. Okay. Yep. That's that. So I assume it's this. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it was like that. Let's preview the campaign. I mean, let's just answer this question this way. I'm not going to put your name in there. Copy. Answered here. Timestamp is 2 hours and 25 minutes. Okay, so it is completely normal to have a weird long URL behind the link in an email. Because what happens is we're doing click tracking and we are doing dynamic URL optimization. So not we, but like any email client, do Drip, do MailChimp, they all have some weird long string as the link. No matter what link you put in, it's some weird long string because they want to catch it first, register the click. So this long string has the data about who clicked it, who it was sent to. So each link, each long weird link is different for every person who receives it because it has information baked in about who they are. And when you click it, it registers for the database for the email client or the email server. hey, this person you sent this to, they clicked it now. So we'll register a click for that contact. They clicked it. So any link that goes in any email autoresponder is going to have a weird long URL. Now, the weird long URL here is different than the one in your preview, but make no mistake, there is still a weird long one in your preview. It's link.messagesender.com/email-tracking/OEC38C4C. You see what I'm saying? That's completely normal. The only problem would be if it didn't actually go somewhere. But I looked at both the campaigns in your account, and they look fine. They look fine. So I don't know how they got a link that didn't work or whatever, but you should not at all be weirded out by that. Okay, the automated message works as well. Oh, you know what? Is this your domain? sakiljua.fi? Yeah. It is. Email.mg. Okay, what's your sending domain? Email services. Okay, this is your email sending domain. That's it. mg.sakiljua.fi. So that's your sending domain. It just put email before it. Now I wonder why it put email before it. But let's copy the link address. No, Facebook changed it. F, dude. Cool. Let's copy this, and then let's just remove email and see if that works. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know why that's doing that, but no matter. I wonder what you sent this as. Punk at. Okay. Okay. Yeah, don't have any great answers for you, but we kind of know what went wrong, right? That said, like, your links work in preview. It just happened to stuff email before the actual one it was supposed to use, which I don't know why it did that. But let's just look at your DNS real quick. Do you have a... No, there is no CNAME. Let's try just email. Yeah, nothing. And then let's try just MG. Cool. So we do have the MG. But there's no CNAME, though. So, interesting. So, check this out, dude. It looks like you've got no CNAME records whatsoever, which I believe you're supposed to. If I'm not mistaken, you're supposed to have a CNAME for this pointed to this. Here, let's go to settings. Email services. Dedicated domain and IP. Very cool. SSL issued. Go here. Verify domain. Yeah, you're supposed to have a CNAME record. Here, dude. You didn't do this. This is your problem right here. I found your problem. Oh, we found it, dude. Dude, are we getting good at web services and development? Yes, we are. We are improving every day, dude. Let's go. I found your issue. We'll copy this to clipboard. Okay. Your main problem is likely that you never did this step in adding your sending domain. Image attached. Just add a CNAME record for email.mg pointing to the value in the image and this shouldn't happen anymore. Cool. Slaying ish, dude. We're slaying the issues. Okay. Trouble exporting orders in the CRM today. GHL support is stumped. You can't export orders, dude? I'm going to take this off screen so that I protect your customer's information real quick. Let's go to payments, orders, and we'll sexport it, dude. Kindly check your email while we prepare your export and send it over. All right, so you should receive an email about it, but yeah. I don't know because I haven't been able to export any because it goes directly to an email address. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. I did get a list of orders from Danny Wright. I have his pending orders. So, no. I haven't had that problem, Brett. Let's do this. No, dude. We need this. And this. Timestamp is going to be... It's going to be... 2:32. 2 hours and 32 minutes. Brett, I just this morning, earlier in this stream, did an export, and I received it at my email. So, no, not having that trouble. Should be fine. To use the double opt-in feature for new email subscribers or not, GHL recommends doing it. What do you guys think? Okay. We will copy this. We'll add it over here. 2 hours and 32 minutes in. I don't use double opt-in for anything, and as a user, I don't expect to have to double opt-in. If I want to opt in for something, especially to receive some value, if I have to wait for a confirmation and then click it and then do all that, like if I'm signing up for an account, sure, I'll double opt-in. But if I'm just getting like a cheat sheet or something, I don't want to have to double opt-in. And I generally don't expect to have to because I know that they don't want to lose subscribers to friction. You totally can. You're just going to have less subscribers but higher lead quality. That's it. It depends on how compelling the reason they're opting in is. If they really want it, they will go through that friction. If they're kind of I'll sign up, then you're just going to not get them as a subscriber. Biting the bullet, switching to the CRM. Tried and chickened out during the original rollout. I'm 4 hours in. Things are going well so far. Let's win. Let's win. All right, cool. Yo Indie's bit of a rookie meta ads question here. If I include a custom audience like the below Australian active email marketing, my mailing list of 4.5k Aussies, and I also included some detailed targeting, does that mean Meta is only going to deliver my ads to people who both match my detailed targeting, or... Okay. Answered here. Timestamp is 2 hours and 34 minutes. Okay, so what you're describing right here include people who are in at least one of the following. So yeah, when you add a custom audience, it's going to be that plus your targeting. So all of your targeting further filters your custom audience. Furthermore, I wouldn't use custom audiences because they're incredibly unreliable nowadays. And the degree to which Facebook knows who it's showing the ad to is the person in your custom audience has been greatly diminished. The degree to which Facebook is able to match someone in your custom audience to a Facebook user in the first place. So never mind, like, while I'm now on my phone and I've just landed on a screen where Facebook could show me an impression. Does Facebook know that I'm the user that it associated with the person in your active email marketing list? So even if Facebook matches my email to my user profile, when I see the impression, does Facebook know I'm in the list? That I, the user who's active on this page right now, am that user who it matched to? That's one. Two, can it match the email to the profile? Less and less every day. And so I just wouldn't use custom audiences for almost anything. Because Facebook, of the people Facebook can accurately ascertain are your people, it will be able to show it to them, and it'll show it to them as a matter of first priority. That said, what you're doing here is you're filtering your active email marketing list, which is already low, right? You have 4.5K Aussies. Yeah, more like 2K or less, okay? So you're going to get less than a 50% match rate on this custom audience. And then you're cutting that down further by they have to be interested in this stuff. And by the way, they haven't had an actual employee who is assigned to interests in over 3 years now. There hasn't been a person who is employed by Facebook whose job it is to work on interests for over 3 years. It is an abandoned feature. It does not exist anymore. They just haven't removed it yet. So there's no reason to use interest. Furthermore, like even if we know for a fact that your email marketing list, they're all interested in at least one of these things, still might not be associated with it in Facebook. So I wouldn't use interest in general, and I wouldn't use custom audiences in general. That said, if you absolutely must do it, I wouldn't do it this way because, yes, you are chopping it down. I would run 2 separate ad sets. You have your customer list and probably use ad set budgeting. And as a result, like I'm going to have a less optimal campaign. It's just that if you have to absolutely must do this, I would do it with 2 different ad sets and ABO, ad set budgeting. I hope that helps. I'm experiencing major roadblocks with my CRM FSH funnel setup. Shopify product synced to CRM, but without prices or artwork. I've manually updated, but now bump product isn't showing in the checkout summary despite being selected. And upsell CTO. Upsell OTO when selected isn't registering during final checkout despite correct configuration. Still no luck. Would really appreciate any advice to resolve these issues quickly. Yeah. We'll check it out right now, Greg. 2 hours and 37 minutes. Cool. So let's go through your issues one by one, Greg. Let me go to your CRM account so I can just get a good look at it. And of course, your account is not named after you. And so I'm going to have to go to Teams, which I truly hate, deep down in my soul. I'm going to go to Team and search by your name, which is obviously a much longer round trip than if I could have just gone to Greg Gordon. Okay, I found you, and you are Cassenia Lewis. Is that correct? That's your artist's name? Or your artist's name? And we're in Brighton. Okay, cool. All right, let's move here, and let's go find your funnel. I would assume it's this one. Very cool. And so what's the problem we're having? Shopify products sync to CRM without prices or artwork. Yeah. That's definitely the case. And we know about that. We already knew that. That's just how it works. You got to add that stuff. It's just helpful in making sure they're all there with the same names. And then you got to manually add that stuff. That said, like, artwork is not a typical component of a product that is used in the CRM because we're using it mostly for funnels. And if you're syncing from Shopify, you're not using it for an online store, I would assume. And the only place a product image would show up is an online store, right? It's not going to show up in a funnel. In most cases, you're going to use custom images for that. They're not going to be automatically loaded from the product. So it's kind of useless to have the product image in this specific scenario, which is why we didn't include it in V1. That said, we will import it in V2. Which should come in about, I would say, 2 weeks to a month. We'll have a V2 of the server. And then without prices, that is an oversight because high level forces us to do it in separate API calls. We have to add a price separately from the whole thing. And so it's something that will come with V2. We just didn't have it in V1 because we didn't realize. Okay, so that said, you got your products. Okay. That looks all good. You got your prices. Very cool. So that looks good. And so what was your problem? You said bump product isn't showing in the checkout summary despite being selected. Let's deal with that first. My God. My God. There are some questionable design decisions going on here, Greg, that I would seriously reconsider. But this isn't a funnel audit, so let's just do this. Yeah, we'll just go with my old info. That's fine. Florida. Cool. Okay. Bump product isn't in the summary. Gotch. Why isn't it in the summary? Oh, you know what? There might not be any descriptor. Let's go to products. Oh, you never added the... Oh, wait. Checkout page. Cool. Products. Okay. Here's your bump product. Let's edit it. Product name. Price display. Bump product. Customize the display of the price on the order form. Yeah, we don't need to do that. That's the price. That all works. So the last thing I'll check is your actual order form settings themselves. So let's go there. Go to edit. Okay, we'll go to your order form, advanced, enable order bump. Let's turn off enable by default just to see if that does it. Damn it, dude. Do I really have to enter all this? Dude, holy heck. Good God. All right. Here's our order summary. Interesting. Why won't it do it? I mean, the only thing I could think here is we might want to just create a new price. Maybe create a new price? Which one is it? It's the cry for help. Would devs want... Yeah, I do funnel audits pretty much every time. So all you got to do is like post in the group with like, hey, roast my funnel, and I will totally check it out. Although I prefer that you... Maybe this is a good opportunity. Dandy, if you could clone it and set everything to test and remove any shipping fields and any unnecessary fields, it would make it go a lot quicker, and I would really be appreciated on my end. But you don't have to do that. I just can't check out your like upsells unless you give me explicit links to them, because I'm not going to like buy the product necessarily. Okay. Let's add another price here. Oh, wait. Free? What are we offering on this page? What are we offering? What do you get? Free cry for help. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the remixes. Okay. Got you. All right, so it's the remixes. Let's call this cry for help bump test. We'll do five. Oh, what the frig, dude? $5? £5? Additional options. Test. Save. Cool. Now let's go back to your funnel. We'll go here. Products. Multiple recurring products and bump products with subscriptions not support. Yeah, they don't have subscriptions. These are all one time. One time. Okay, we'll save it. Very cool. We'll go back here. We'll edit it. Okay. I guess we'll enable by default again. Just to see. Save. I mean, the last thing I can think is like, you know, no custom CSS, no tracking code. Yeah, it looks golden. Save. Gosh darn. Testerson. Cool. Interesting. Why is it doing that? Tried reinitiating Shopify integration and resetting products in the funnel, but still no luck. I mean, I guess I could start scoping the dev tools. Okay, let's go to this element. Cool. So this is our span. Interesting. Oh, what the hell, dude? Yeah, it really doesn't load it, does it? Straight up. He beat me. Yeah, it's bizarre, dude. Alright, here's our section. Here's our product. Product description, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Console, maybe? Interesting. All right, let's check this out. Greg, have you tested actually buying the core product? Because there seem to be lots of issues going on in the background here. And I'm wondering if they all are part of this. Pricing. I mean, well, there's definitely one way we could, like, for sure figure out what's up. Yeah, you have associated PayPal. Cool, 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 cool. That all is true. And you've been able to successfully purchase them? Like they worked? Yeah, here's you purchasing both, right? Yeah, you got the bump. Dude, that's so weird. That's insanely weird. All right, we're going to do this. From blank, test funnel. We're also going to set ourselves up with a new product. We'll pop out another tab. Yeah. We'll go to products. No, because check it out, dude. You did get a successful purchase in on the bump. Look at this. Here you go. Here's one of your orders. 2 items on September 21st. And if you view the order, you got the bump. It's right here. So, yeah, that worked. Let's create a new product. Test bump. Cool. Oh, they have product collect. Dude, they're really coming for Shopify. They got product collections now. Amount 1. What Oh, okay. 5. No compare at price. Cool, 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 cool. Yep. That all makes sense. So we've got this test bump. We've got our test funnel. Now we'll do a test checkout. Test checkout. We'll create that. Okay. Create from scratch. We'll pop in a section. The OTO wasn't going through. Interesting. We'll do a 1 column. We'll do an order form. 2-step order form. And importantly, we will definitely drop the width because it does not need to be that wide. And then we will go to advanced. We will turn off company name. We will turn off phone number. We'll turn off shipping just for test purposes. And then we'll enable the order bump with turn off cart mode. Oh, is that it? Is it because you have pricing information turned on? Is that it? I just gotta double check that. Ah. County? Dude, county? Really? Okay. I'm hoping it's not because we have pricing information turned up. No, that's not it. Cool. All right. We did that. We did that. We did this. This is all good. So there's nothing left but to do it, friend. We'll save this. We'll go back and add our products in. So we'll do the free cry for help with shipping and handling. Cool. Save. And then we will add in test bump. Price. Cool. And we'll make it the bump product. Save. Then we'll go back to our test checkout. And we will add these to your order form. Advanced. Cool. Advanced add bump product. Test bump. Save. Product and head. Oh, okay. Test. Save. Cool. Let's see what that do. Dude, I'm so tired of this keyboard effing up. It's really bothering me. Come on now. What you doing? No way. Did it do it? What is juice, dude? Cool. Okay. Come on. Yep. That worked. Interesting. Very interesting. So that works. Let's now change the order bump to... Yeah. We'll change the order bump to the product that's not working and see if it's the product itself. Okay. Yep. We've got our products. So now let's go. Wait, is this? Yeah, this is you. All right. What are we doing? Test funnel. Yes. Products. Add product. We'll do Cry for Help the remixes. We'll do the remixes CD at $5.99. We'll make it the bump product. We'll save the product. And then let's go over here to the overview. And let's edit. We'll go to advanced. We will, I guess we can delete this. And then we'll add in Cry for Help. Test. Test. Save. Save. Let's turn off coupon codes. Save. Very cool. Yeah, nothing to it but to do it. Am I right? Am I right, gang? Test. Testerson. Testing. Tonian. At gmail.com. This is my friend Jamail. Okay. Okay. And this is the same product. Interesting stuff, dude. It's like the funnel page itself or something. What? Like, what? It's like the page, dude. What's going on exactly? It's the page, or maybe it's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what it is. I really don't know. What could it be? We have pricing information. Okay, we don't need to enable postal code and country. Applicable only for NMI and authorized.net. Yeah. I don't think you have authorized.net. Could it be the image? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Let's just verify that this is the case. You turned on new contact on every purchase. Is there a reason for that? Because you know what this does, right? Even if you have the contact, it creates a new one. Did you know that? Might want to turn that off. Jamail, 55 Test Street. We're going to do Testville, United States. Let's make it Illinois. We'll do 22105. Okay. Yeah? Yeah, so weird, dude. The weirdest. The weirdest shit ever. All right. Interesting stuff, gang. Interesting stuff. Let me just try cancel. We'll add more. We'll do this. We will put test here and test here. Save. And then for this, let's here, I'll copy this. We'll go here, paste it there, update. Copy this. Go here, paste it there, update, and we'll copy this. Now, I'm going to delete this other bump, and I'm not going to copy over the image because the image is freaking gigantic, and it's probably not necessary or should be minified substantially. But you have it, right? You have it in your, you have it in here. Yeah. It should be, yep, here it is. So you got it. So it should be no problem for me to just delete this and then we'll save. Update, save, and now let's try it one more time. No, you were doing what? Cool. Yeah, it was just switched on. I don't know why, but no matter. It's all good. Is it the image? Did we just figure out it was your image that's causing this issue? What the hell? Let's try adding it back in. Copy. We want to use this. Update. Very interesting stuff going on here. Okay, it's not the image. It was just like literally something was jank about the instance of it. You can't get it any less huge? We could take care of that for you, dude. That's no problem. Let's go find image source is HL optimized. What is our class that we want to use? Maybe we could do bump image container. Okay. Yeah. What if we did width 50%? What would that? Yeah. That looks better. Maybe we'll float it, maybe? No, that's not right. Well, we can do an image. We know that. So bump dash image dash container. Is that it? We'll copy that. We'll go back here. And in your custom CSS, we'll just paste in this. We'll do our little period here. And we could do like width 50%. And then if you want to change this, you just change the width. Change the width to 100% to get it where it was, or just delete this to get it where it was, and you can adjust this width percentage up and down as you want. And that's in your custom CSS here. So we'll save that, and then we'll check it out again. Cool. All right. Yeah. It's significantly smaller. We like that. There's some optimizations I would make to how this looks. This font is not ideal for reading anything. And so I wouldn't make that your body font. Like I would do typography. Oh, did you set custom typography on everything? Yeah, you did. Yeah, Bebas new is not ideal. Like, look at how much more readable, like, an Open Sans would be, right? Like, way better. So better. Bebas New is, like, not very readable. But, well, I won't mess with it. We'll just put it back. There's a lot of things I would change about this page, I'll say that. But, yeah, I mean, it works. Now, what was your other question? Upsell OTO when selected isn't registering during final checkout despite correct configuration. Okay, let's go check that out, dude. I'm going to put your funnel in test mode real quick. Are you running traffic to this right now? Ideally not. So I can throw it in test mode. You got your OTO. You got your OTO. You got your funnel pages. All right. So we're in test mode. Let's go test something. Sound good? We'll do testing, Tonian at gmail.com. We're at 55 Test Street. Where? That's in Testville, United States, Illinois, and our zip code is 22105. I'm not a robot, I promise. I'm just testing this page. Thank you, Google. We'll do the bump product. And then we'll do, I think it's 42424242. Definitely don't need that. Cool. We'll do 128 or 1225. Sure. 555. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, 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 cool. Ship my free CD now, please. Guys, ship it to me. At 55 Test Street, please. Yes, complete my order. This page takes a little while to load. I would consider optimizing that. Yes, complete my order. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. It didn't come through. It did not come through. So let's go to products. Edit. Interesting stuff, gang. Huh. Let's try the test bump as the product. See if that works. Oh, do I have to change this now? Edit. Advanced. 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 Yes, complete my order. Oh, that's what you did, dude. That's what your problem is right there, friend. Dude. It had no hope of working. So here's what you got to do. We'll change this back. I think it's Self-Sabotage full album. Yeah. Pretty sure that was it. Product name. Self-Sabotage full album. Cool. So your problem was nothing to do with the product. It was that you didn't make the button. You didn't set the button correctly. So here's your problem. When you put an upsell button, you have to. Button actions down here, you have to make it be one click up / down sell product, and then you have to set the product. And then you can set a sale action. What happens after they click the button? And you can just put go to next step. We'll save. We'll also publish it. Oh, okay. You don't have a domain added. All right, cool. Testing. Tonian. At gmail.com. 55 Test Street. Testville. United States. Ohio. 22105. Cool. All right, we're going to select the bump product. We are going to go 4242424242424242. Did I do 42 enough? I think so. 12, 20, let's do, what the heck? What are you doing to me? Dude, pause until I turn it back on. Get out of here. Cool. 555. Dude, is that real? Did it just pop back up? Because I told it to pause. And that would make me BRM blood red mad. All right. Yes, complete my order and poof, dude. Poofums. We killed all your ish. So now there's a couple of optimizations we can make design-wise since you asked. We can go to settings for your funnel. Image optimization is enabled. Damn. Yeah. You're a genius, dude. You asked for help. Takes courage and smarts. All right, so free CD landing page. So let's talk about what we could do better here. I'm gonna hide this just so we have more screen real estate to look at. All right, so let's start outside in. Let's start with the more general, and we'll get to the more specific. So on a general sense, there's not enough padding here. Okay, this is way too close to the edge. All this stuff is, and if I stretch out my screen, it gets better in some cases, and in some it does not. Like this box, right? So like, Generally, it's too busy. It's difficult to read. It's not clear what I should be paying attention to. So these are all problems. What would be the quick and dirty optimization? Well, first, let's set a background color. So it seems like your brand colors are like this yellow, this blue, this pink, and then black. A little dark secret of the web is that there is no black. Black does not exist. Okay? Black does not exist. We have very, very, very dark gray. But if I go to like, let's go to TuneCore. Let's go to any website, really. Okay, cool. This is not actually black. This is dark. 333, which is not black. Black is, what is it, FFF? Where the hell is my pound sign, dude? My new key maps are throwing me off a little bit. Maybe it's here? Okay, there it is. Pound. Is it FFF? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. What the hell is Firebrick, dude? Anyways, just to say that like no websites actually have black. So if you're putting actual black on your website, it should be for a very specific and known reason. And I imagine that, you know, like most people don't know that. I didn't know it for the longest time. So yeah. So let's change this background color. So let's add a custom color here. And we're gonna say just this is your black from now on. Let's do 333. Cool. And you'll notice that that's like, it's almost black, but it's not black. Okay? We'll add the color. I mean, it could be darker though, right? It's still kind of light. Still kind of light. All right, cool. Let's go like here. Yeah. Update color. Cool. Is this your, where's your, oh, logo. Yeah. So this background color should also be this. Why is this a whole image? No. This is an image? No, you have the logo right here. Right? Okay, cool. Just checking my, thought I was taking crazy pills for a second. All right, cool. Yeah, guy. All right, looking better already. We're getting there. We're getting there quickly. Let's make your general background this very, very dark gray. Okay. And then instead of setting background colors for all these elements, right? We're just going to do transparent. It should drop through to the background. Okay. So this will be transparent. This, and this. Where is it actually set though? Above the fold. Yeah. We'll drop through the background. All right, cool. You got some custom HTML JavaScript. Let's go. We'll save these global changes. We'll go here. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. So okay. First of all, nobody needs this to make a purchasing decision. No one needs to listen to the song to make a purchasing decision. They made the purchasing decision before they click the ad or they click the email. They know what your music sounds like in almost all cases. There's almost never a reason to put this here. And so since there really is no great reason to have a sound player here, and sound players on artist websites almost never get used if we look at telemetry data, let's just remove it, okay? So I'm going to take the music player. Can I just hide it? I can't just hide it. Okay, but you have versioning here. So you could, yeah, Jesse likes to add music players, but I think if you really press him, he doesn't actually care or like to. All right, music player. Okay, there's a whole bunch in the music player section. That's not actually part of the music player. Got it. Okay. Yeah, and Jesse's not the biggest on design either. He's not really a design junkie. so I totally get it. Is it the music player that has this? Okay, no. Let's turn this off. Let's turn this off. Let's turn, okay. Okay. Let's just go looking for background colors that don't need to be there. Yeah. Get this out of there. Paragraph, CTA button. We're going to change that CTA button, but we'll wait for a second. All right. Yeah, let's take this background color out of there. Let's take this out of there. Let's take this out of there. Let's take this out of there. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. This. Yeah. We'll get rid of this. And this. Definitely get rid of that. And that. Alright. What is this? Okay. It's a text box that has its own background color. Interesting. Things that make you go, This is a, okay, same thing. And same thing. Cool, 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 cool. All right. Now, what's important to realize about design is that you should take a principle of minimal action, which means there's probably a way to do things for the whole page that if you just did those, it would probably look all right. Right? So when you get into places where you're setting background colors for like a text box, that's way too minute. That's the principle of maximal action. We want to do the opposite. Let's try to apply changes to the whole page that get us closer to where we want to look. Okay? So for that, you have global stylings. So you can do stylings for the background for the whole page. You can do typography settings for the whole page. And that's really where the rubber meets the road, okay? So, okay, Urbanist is your, okay, Bebas, Nuve, and Urbanist. Now, I'm going to assume that you have not consulted like a brand designer and that these were just like fonts that look cool to you while you were searching through fonts, right? These aren't like recommended fonts. Here's your headline font. Here's your content font. So I'm going to just select some generally unoffensive content and headline fonts for you that kind of work in all scenarios. Yeah. And I'm going to go off of, Cassinia's choice. Yeah, but I mean, you, Cassinia, whoever it was, someone was looking through fonts and was like, that looks cool, right? This wasn't like someone who's a UX or brand designer looking through fonts and then looking at your logo and they designed your logo and then like, okay, well, I went with a rounded corners and intersects modality for this logo, and the logo is actually a representation of this character, and this character in this font actually has those intersects, and like there wasn't a whole lot of thought that went into it, is what I'm saying. Okay, so let's take your logo and first understand. We'll do what the font, identify fonts by image. Okay. And here's your image URL, so we'll paste that in. Yeah, I really don't want to sign up, though. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. That's the font we're looking for, that Lewis font. So we want that font. Identify the font. Hit! Whoa. Okay. Cool that they did that, but that's not what I want. Lewis, please. Thank you. Dude, yes, you can have the cookies. Would you please stop with the cookies? Can we stop with the cookies, dude? What has Europe done to us? Europe is ruining this country. All right. Helvetica New. Cool. Yeah, Helvetica New is generally unoffensive. Do they even have that, though? What's the Google font Helvetica New alternative? Yeah. Roboto? Yeah, I figured it was Roboto. Yeah. Okay, we could do Roboto. Roboto. And then, what is this other font, dude? We'll do this and this. Identify font. Thank you very much. Vengeance is mine? Is that the font y'all use? Vengeance is mine. Vengeance is mine. Font. I imagine there's not a whole wealth of information about a Google font alternative.